Hey, this is CJ Couch. Welcome to Couch Talk.
Couch. C. Cow. Cow. C-O.
Oh, keep spelling, mister.
C-O-U-C-H.
Correct.
I am the smartest man alive!
Alrighty, everybody, here we go. It is Tuesday, December the 18th, 2018, episode number 289 of Couch Talk is the third installment of the Tinder Files, and it was just so fucking good. The Tinder Files are on fire, Couch Talk's on fire, and this episode was so goddamn good. We get into everything on this one, and I mean literally everything. My guest today is her 21st birthday, happens to be this Monday that we recorded, December the 17th, Miss Melissa, and Gwen, who is transsexual, going through a transition, and honestly, she could go stealth right now, which if you don't know what that means, you will learn in the episode Stealth. And she is just, you know, somebody who truly was born a girl and is going through the transition and is beautiful, and you would never be able to tell and you would never know. And she talks and everything. She's awesome, and we had a great conversation. We get into everything. She was very open and honest. I couldn't ask for more out of either of these guests. We had a lot of fun. I really appreciate them coming over and coming on, and I hope that they have a great 21st birthday celebration for Miss Melissa as they just left Couch Talk Studios here Monday at 11:54 p.m. But anyways, please go to patreon.com/CJCouchTalk. Hit that donate button if you would like to support the show. You can also find all these episodes on YouTube. They did not want to be on video, even though I really think they should have. Gwen, I think, is just somebody who's beautiful and would look awesome on YouTube, and for people to see that she is just, you know, who she is. But anyways, that's it for the intro. We're going to hop straight into episode number 289 with Gwen and Melissa. Tinder Files number 3, baby. All right, everybody, here we go. It is Tuesday, December the 18th, 2018, episode number 289. It is the Tinder Files, motherfucker, episode number 3 of that. How we doing, everybody? I've got Miss Gwen and Miss Melissa. It's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Now, is it Melissa or is it Malissa?
Melissa.
Okay, so you want it said like Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. I explained to you before that my mother is the opposite. She is Sabrina with an E, so it's Sabrina. And you're like the exact opposite. Very nice. Yeah. How old are you on this birthday?
21.
Oh, Jesus. It's your 21st birthday.
Yeah.
Whoa, good for you. Okay. What's going on after this?
That is a great question. We really don't know. We just make it up as we go.
What is tonight, Monday?
Yeah.
What happens on Mondays here? Gwen?
Literally nothing. Like, we were going to do our usual and, like, go to Habibi's, but we're a little bit tired of that.
Yeah. That one, that gets played out real quick. Although, I remember, I don't like hookah too much. Like, it's just, I just don't like it that much. I smoke cigarettes, you know what I mean? But, I went there one time when I was a kid, and they had, first of all, what do you call them? Gyros, gyros, gyros.
Gyros.
Boom.
No, Euros.
Okay, yeah, I say gyros. So we're 3 different ways of saying it.
That's a white people pronunciation.
Hey, I'm white, but am I? I know I look white, but if my middle name is Jorge and my grandfather is a Mexican immigrant, like, came across that border, son.
Spicy white.
Spicy white. Ooh, I can cook. I can cook Mexican very well. I grew up in a Mexican restaurant. What's y'all style? What are you, Gwen? What's your breed?
I'm 100% mayo mixed with a little bit of milk.
Okay. Do you like mayonnaise?
It's fucking disgusting.
Thank you. I got heat for this. One of my best friends comes on. I made sauerkraut. Would you eat that?
No.
Of course you would.
No.
You know why? Because is this racist? Black people don't eat that shit. Am I right?
Very correct.
Thank you. I got shit for saying that when, first of all, I didn't really say it. I was joking around. I made dinner for, like, my 2 best friends came over. I made a big ass dinner, and, like, we did a podcast and we got drunk. It was so fun. And I was like, on the podcast, I said, now, Easy, he's a rapper. It's his name. I said, Easy, I noticed you didn't eat any of the sauerkraut, you know? You liked everything else. What's up with that? You know, black people just don't eat sauerkraut. And he did exactly what you did. He said, hell no, we don't like that shit. And then he went on to tell me about mayo, the mayonnaise. You know, I didn't know about that. And then I was just messing around asking like random things of like, do black people eat this, that? We're just joking around, having fun. And then now I'm racist.
Okay, but I love mayonnaise. Like, I know I'm white, but
Yeah,
I love my mayonnaise.
I made a grilled cheese last night, a triple decker. I put mayonnaise on every piece of bread. Yeah.
Mayonnaise just makes it better, honestly.
I know this is out of like left field, like no other, but when I was like 16 or something, you know, when you would get home from school and there's that time where your parents aren't home. Like my mom was a stay-at-home mom, but then with the wallpaper store, she started working there. So sometimes she'd be home, sometimes she wouldn't. And on days she wouldn't, I'd be like, yes. And I'd go and I'd get stoned real quick, you know. And I was so high one day that I came home and I made grilled cheese with mayo as the butter, you know? And it smelled, imagine burning mayo on bread.
Delicious.
No, it wasn't, I swear. Like my mom came home and she was like, what is that smell in here? And it was like 2 hours later. It was like the worst fucking smell of all time. Don't ever do that.
But was it worth it?
I didn't eat it. I realized after it was too late, threw it out.
Fucking disgusting.
I agree with you, but if you put the butter on the proper side and then on the proper side you put the mayo, pretty good.
Hey.
Pretty good. Like really good.
The only mayo I like is spicy mayo.
From like a sushi house.
Yeah.
There's is this racist? So this isn't just me. This is like a Mandarin thing. The sushi house in Mandarin, right by that parking lot we were talking about.
Yes.
Okay, have you ever called there before?
Yes, we used to get sushi house all the fucking time.
Who didn't? I still do. There's
Yeah.
one across the street. Did you ever call there and the lady make you laugh so fucking hard because she just couldn't speak English? Because if it did, it also made so many people laugh that people would call just to hear her say, such a house, mapio, and then hang up. That one of my friends was a delivery boy there. They were logging numbers that kept doing that. So many people were doing that. That's real. Yeah.
It's a
So
real phenomenon.
Is that racist? Yes.
I mean, low key, yes, because like you're
High
making
key.
fun. Yeah, because you're making fun of someone whose like first language isn't like English, but like, I don't know.
She's the sweetest woman ever.
She's
She really
so
is.
sweet.
She is so fucking nice. Like
Yeah, so tiny. Oh my god, so fucking tiny.
how I said my friend was a delivery boy there, so was another one of my friends. Oh, thank you. Picking up the pen. Very nice. One of my friends, so they both would like, they didn't care about that job. They wouldn't show up, you know? And she would like call and leave these voicemails like, Matthew, you said you'd be here at 5:30. It is now 6:30. Are you coming? And now I say it out loud and it sounds really mean that I used to laugh at that, right?
Nah, but it's low key funny though.
What? But it's like, it sucks that like, first of all, do you hear it ringing right now?
No, I don't.
Whoa. Okay. I'm like, been questioning my sanity recently, which means like a good thing, right?
You have a government chip in your brain.
Not even. All right, let's get into conspiracy theories then. How deep do you think it goes?
Oh my god.
I mean, I love to read them, but like, I don't know if I believe them because like,
That's
some
me
of them
too.
are like so like there's such a fucking reach. There's like no way it could be real.
They're so fun. They really are. Like, nothing's better than YouTubing like some weird shit, conspiracy theory.
The fucking Avril Lavigne conspiracy theory.
Oh! I love it! Do you believe that? I'm committed to it. It's real. Fuck it.
It's only logical, like literally only logical.
Who does that? Who hires someone to be them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just there's too many. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You know? That's what they say. I don't know.
Do you ever think about that though? Like if you had a clone, like what you would do if you had like a clone to like do all the things that you don't like doing?
I would only do this. You know? I'd just make my clone do all my like work. That's it.
What if the clone like grew to resent you and the clone tried to kill you for making you go to work all the time?
I would be so cool to my clone. Like I'd get it high as fuck, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
So it wouldn't even hate you, it would just love you.
I'd be like, you're doing all the work. I got you. You know what I mean? Clone.
Okay, but very serious question though. If you had a clone, would you fuck your clone?
No, I wouldn't fuck a robot. I want to get into this. I've talked about it ad nauseum, but like I want to.
You want to fuck a robot, but you wouldn't fuck your own human clone.
I wouldn't fuck either.
Interesting.
You know, like I think this is like my theory is that when these sex robots come out, which they're out, but like once like it's normal, only attractive people will be actually reproducing in the world. I think everyone's settling.
I mean, it is low-key true, but
It's very true. Like, I'm very confident that, like, once that happens, and you won't be able to distinguish the two. Like, you're just going to see people out, and it's going to look like couples, but their only actual real couples are going to be two attractive people. Everybody is settling on a level, no matter how fucking cool that person is, because everyone just wants to be with the hottest person.
I mean, that's true, but like you're obviously not going to have like that emotional connection with the robot, so like nothing can like.
No, you definitely will. They're going to be so good. I'm talking like once they're past the Turing test, they are impossible to distinguish. Like, I could be one and you wouldn't know.
Oh, then I would fuck a robot.
See, but you wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think it would be appealing because you could like essentially like build your perfect partner. So it's like, what's the point of like dating people and like being disappointed?
What if, like, okay, we all have our own robots beyond sexual robots, like a companion. Like, this is my robot that like does everything for me at the house. You know, it goes grocery shopping with me. The iRobot situation. Do you think like people are going to be falling in love with everyone else's robot? You know what I mean? I think the idea that you are going to get your own robot and that's going to be your thing, you're going to get sick of that fucking thing, and then you're going to look at your friend's robot and be like, how did I not think to put that feature? That's genius, and you want to fuck it. Like, that's going to be happening. I think people are just going to be passing around robots, and then when it comes to the actual human race, the only people getting that shit, like, producing, will be, like, attractive people. There's going to be no reason to settle on any level anymore. After that, you're going to find a robot who's cooler than every person you've ever been with, that looks exactly how you want them to look.
That sounds great, honestly. Like, I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But, like, I think there is a weird feeling to it of, you know, that, like, you're still alone, you know? Like, when you're with it, you're not, like, have the energy.
Very existential of you.
Do you think that, like, they'll be able to make actual consciousness in a robot? Like, these AIs are conscious. Like, I know they can make their own decisions, but like how we are, or how Daisy is.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like once they became conscious, they would like try to take over the human race. Like,
Do you think it's possible to create consciousness?
I don't know what to say. I just...
Doesn't it seem, it's like never say never, obviously, but it seems as though, like, no matter how you fucking create a consciousness, it's still just a created thing. Which, who knows, like, technically, maybe our consciousness was created by evolution.
Exactly. Or we're all Sims.
Yeah, fun game.
I
game.
literally feel like I'm a sim every fucking day.
We're way gnarlier than The Sims, though. You know, like, we're doing a podcast right now. Like, it's not even a Sims option.
It could be.
Like, it might be. I don't know.
Sims 4 is pretty advanced.
Sims 4 is really good. You know, I never got into the living other lives of them. I was just building shit, and then I'd kill them and, like, fucking move on.
No, literally in middle school when I was super depressed, I would just like live vicariously through my Sims.
This is my house. I'd watch Cribs and make a house. Like, that was a thing.
Literally.
Did y'all have Cribs as kids?
Yeah, but like literally all my fucking Sims were the town whore. Like, they literally, their mission was to fuck everyone, male or female, and literally dominate the city by breaking up all relationships.
Are you playing The Sims in real life?
No, like, that's just...
That was a burn. I'm sorry. I don't know anything about you. That was obviously a joke.
Yes.
What's the weirdest thing you did though? Like on The Sims? Like what's like the darkest?
Oh my god. When we were like in high school, we made this fucking person, and her name was Shrek Keisha, and we made a Vine about this. Oh my fucking god.
Damn, y'all were playing The Sims when Vine was out? Damn, y'all are young as fuck, man. I love it. Because The Sims is not like that's like an age thing. Like no matter how old you are, like I feel like our kids, when they play The Sims, they're gonna fucking like, they'll play The Sims. You know what I mean? That's my point.
It's just like a coming of age thing. The weirdest shit that I did though, like if I had like a couple who was like same sex, I would like use cheat codes to like edit them to a different gender, and then I'd have them get pregnant so they could have biological children, and then have them detransition after they had the baby. So I was just
Jesus. All right, so you are transsexual, obviously here,
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, I am.
but so clearly you always have been. You know?
I know,
like, you're
yeah.
playing The Sims.
That was like literally when I was like 12. So
You're such a girl. It's crazy. You're a horrible driver. I noticed. I noticed. You know?
I want to read because
You're
it's
killing.
true.
Like, I don't know. This isn't like a life lesson thing, but it's just like so clearly this is how you're born. You know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
you even like look like a girl completely though, you know?
Really? Because I get super insecure about it. Like I low-key feel like everyone like sees me the way I see myself. So like
There's no way anyone would ever think that you're a dude. There's no fucking way. Like there's no way. There's no chance.
I mean, but
Unless
like
you like, I don't know.
okay, so like basically, let me explain this terminology to you. So like when someone knows you're trans, it's called like clocking. So like
Ooh.
if they know you're trans, they're essentially clocking you. And I feel like not that I get clocked a lot nowadays, but when it does happen, like it really like fucks with my head because
How
it's
do you
like
know?
I mean, there's no way to really know unless they like call you like he or sir or something, or if they just like I don't know. There's no way to know unless you ask them essentially. But sometimes like
That's crazy.
if they look at you a certain way, then you just like know, like in
What's
the
the
pit
look?
of
Give me a look. Can I try it? I was just gonna do that. Damn it. Sorry, this isn't on YouTube, people. You don't get to see the look.
Literally, as like the friend of this, like it's always different because I mean, as a black woman who like dates a lot of people outside of their race, I always get weird looks. But this is like a different like.
How long y'all know
look.
each other?
21 years, literally, like almost since the womb.
Damn.
we went to the same preschool.
Like we had like the same nanny more. Like she was like a nanny. It wasn't like a preschool because it wasn't like
Legit.
a lot of people went there. It was literally at her house. She had like a home daycare.
Okay, so when y'all played together as children, did y'all do like girl shit?
100% only girl
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Well, no, because sometimes like she would have like a toy truck. Like she would play with trucks sometimes.
So
But
what's up with your parents? Are they like they're cool?
I mean, that's like a whole thing because I feel like my parents were definitely like not supportive in the beginning, but now they're starting to like come around because like I'm trying to get surgery in like March, like to get my boobs and my face
So
done.
when you say in March, like is this like a scheduled thing or you're just like that's my goal?
That's my goal. Like essentially I've already had like a consultation and stuff like that. So I just have to do like a deposit to like book my actual surgery.
What
date.
side of town are you going on?
Oh, I'm going to New York. I'm not
Okay,
doing that shit
okay.
here.
Dude, I know this dude. You have your plan. You have your plan.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
I know this fucking dude. I do work for him. I cannot tell you on air because what I'm about to tell you is definitely illegal. But he does stem fucking cells in his son's brain because his son has autism and it's working. This is some underground shit, people. I've said it before, but like, if you're a new listener, this is real. Yeah. Isn't that fucking insane?
This is CJ's conspiracy theory.
No, I know. He told me.
what the fuck?
Yeah, he does that. He's a plastic surgeon. So like he's a beast. Yeah, he's a fucking beast. But you have your thing, do whatever. I'll tell you who it is. Maybe you can just talk to him about how nuts it is that he puts fucking stem cells in his son's autistic son's brain and it's working.
Low-key child abuse.
So basically,
Fucking lobotomy.
is it? Cuz his son is like quote unquote basically his EQ is improving. All autism is like an extremely high IQ with such a low EQ that you're just like not socially compatible with how we are.
Okay, but my question is like, why is like autism such a bad thing that he like feels a need to like do that? Like, why can't he just like be autistic? Like,
because
why?
his son's a super genius, and he doesn't want his son to not be able to use that super genius to the full capabilities because he isn't socially compatible.
I mean, I guess so. I just like don't understand the whole like anti-vaccine mentality. Like,
I don't agree with that at all.
What is so horrible about autism that you're willing to put your child's life at risk?
Yeah,
like,
that's insane. Anti-vaxxing's insane. I think also, like, I know a kid who's severely autistic that I don't think you could do that with him. Like, I think there's levels, obviously, where my theory is there's a shared bank account of 250, like, points, if you will. And, like, the optimal human being has an IQ of 125 and an EQ of 125. But these kids who are autistic, their IQs are, like, 180. So it leaves only 70 left for EQ. You know what I mean? And apparently, through fucking stem cells, you can... But I know this one kid, the one I was just talking about, like, I know him well. You know what I mean?
Wait, how old is he?
10.
So there's no way he could, like, legally consent to this then.
Oh, I don't know about the dude's son.
Oh, sorry, I got
Yeah.
confused.
Okay, but this is like... This would be like... Would you have wanted your parents to have recognized who you were and transitioned you younger?
Oh, definitely. I think about that all the time.
But
Like,
that's the same thing.
I
Because
mean,
you're too young to make the decision. You know what I mean? This is something where his son is autistic and he is making... it is weird, don't get me wrong.
you got me there.
Yeah. I've been waiting. Like, it's just a weird thing where, like, because it's on his brain... It seems so fucking like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
I mean, because I get frustrated because, like, I definitely, like, showed signs of, like, being trans or whatever when I was younger. And, like,
Yeah.
my parents just, like, shut it down and chose to ignore it. But, like, realistically, I could have transitioned a lot sooner than I did.
So was there, like, did your parents just, like, think you were gay? And then did you, like, have to come out and then come out? You know
Well,
what I mean?
yeah, like, essentially, like, I knew I wasn't really gay, but, like, that's what I came out as first when I was, like, 14.
What do you mean by that? You knew what? Is this like how doesn't Caitlyn Jenner not?
Fuck Caitlyn Jenner.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
Thank you. I don't know anyone that likes her at all. I don't know a single person. Personally, I don't know a single person that thinks like Caitlyn Jenner's.
I mean, I
cool.
feel bad because I feel like she's, like, low-key the scapegoat for, like, a lot of transphobia, but, like, fuck her. Like, let's not even talk about her.
So my point is though, she like, is that a normal thing? Like, so she doesn't fuck guys, right? That's her thing?
She's a lesbian. Like, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
So is that like not normal? What's normal? But like, is that something that is kind of just like her own thing?
I mean, yeah, like, everyone is different. So, like, you could be trans and you could, like, your sexuality could be different from, like, what you identify as, if that makes sense. Like, me personally, like, I know I'm only attracted to men, but there are, like, some trans girls who like men and women, or like just men.
It's just like anybody else.
Right. Yeah.
Just like everybody else who like, there's a spectrum of what people like. But I want to get back to y'all like growing up and stuff. How did your parents, like, what were you into as a kid? Because, like, I grew up also in a male-dominated neighborhood, so we were just fucking playing sports all the time. Like, I don't know what I would have been doing if I would have hung out with my one neighbor, Rebecca, all the time. You know? Like, what games I would have been playing. Like, what do girls do? That's my point. Like, what do girls do?
Well, I remember when we were younger, we used to like always play with fucking Bratz dolls and like Barbies.
Bratz dolls,
but
dude, I
we
remember
always
those coming
did
out.
salon. Like we always did their hair. Like we were chopping their fucking hair off. We were like dyeing the shit. Like
They were fucked. That hair was fucked up.
How big is a Bratz doll? Like a Barbie?
the same size as a Barbie, just with huge ass feet and a huge ass head.
And they
I
got
don't
big
know.
old lips. They got them fresh lip injections.
Them DSLs, remember that? Do you guys still say DSL?
I mean, maybe when we were like middle school.
Thank you. That's why, because I was like,
I
I remember
don't
that was like a
say
middle
it.
school thing.
I don't say it, but people tell me I have it. Like guys say that to me.
What is what are some no-nos here? Like, I love hearing all the different things that guys try to say to girls to like pick them up.
Do you want to go first?
I mean, I guess like, cause like obviously like I'm trans and she's black, so we kind of like experience different things, but also like the same. Like,
Honestly though, like I'm not bullshitting you. Like I wouldn't know. Like if I saw you at Publix, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's a trans person.
well, I feel like because most of my like the guys that I meet are through online dating.
You don't have big hands or anything, you know? You're like a little, like, I don't know. It's like you were like born for this.
Tee.
You were made for this.
I mean, that's funny because like I feel really insecure like about my height and stuff. Like,
But like,
I feel
of course you do. You know what I mean? That's like, I feel insecure about shit that you would be like, that's fucking, what is it? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Just, everybody's weird.
But about the guy thing, I don't know. Like for me, because like most of my dating is like through online apps. Like I just hate when they're like, oh, I've always wanted to fuck a transsexual before. Like,
Yeah, like you're the bucket list. What the fuck is that?
yeah, no, that's just gross.
And I literally get that all the time because I date outside my race quite frequently. So it's always like, I've never been with a black girl, or I've always wanted to be with a black girl. You'll be my first black girl.
Do you think there's a difference between dating a black girl and a white girl? Like, what could the difference be? Greens?
I just really feel like it's like a cultural difference. That's the only thing that changes.
I feel like low-key, like, fetishization porn is to blame for this. Like, all the guys with tranny kinks, it's because of fucking tranny porn.
Dude,
all the
porn's
guys with the
changed
kinks
the
for,
world.
like, what?
Porn's changed the world.
It
Like,
literally, it did.
changed it. I'm gonna start like doing advertising on there for this. Like, everyone watches that. I'm not wasting my money on fucking an Instagram ad. Like, I'm gonna put that shit on fucking Pornhub.
I mean, I love porn, don't get me wrong, because it's, like, very, like, you can get, like, super specific
Let's talk
with
about
it.
it because I'm like, I can't do it. I've watched a million hours of porn. The past like year. Do you know a porn star? Anybody?
I mean, I know trans ones.
I know so many. I have my favorite ones.
No. I mean like you're friends with them.
Oh.
I mean, actually, yes, I do. I have a friend.
Yeah, I don't mean like, do you know any porn stars? Which is weird that died. Like, being a porn star is not like an actual thing now. It's just like fucking videos.
Well-
like, it exists, don't get me wrong. But it's not like, there's no more Carmen Electras or Jenna Jameson, right? Probably before your time. These were girls that I was looking up on dial-up, on AOL, when my parents couldn't get on the phone, you know? So, like, that died. Porn stars. Like,
I feel like we actually know like a lot of people who say that they're cam girls. So like not necessarily porn stars, but definitely like cam girls.
why don't y'all do that? Like,
Why don't we do it?
and I should be doing it. Everyone should be doing it. Finish it, and I'll tell you what I was going to tell you about living down there to make money.
Okay. I mean, my friend does camming and she's trans too, and she like low-key makes a killing. So like I know I
Yeah.
can make really good money like doing like trans specific like camming or whatever, but like I'm just worried about that biting me in the ass because like I know she's told me that like she's had her videos like re-uploaded to like different porn sites. So
For
it's
sure.
like
Yeah.
like I just don't want that to bite me in the ass in the future.
For me, it's kind of just like, I know that you make more money when you put your face in it, and I just can't do that because I would hate for one day, like my little brother, 'cause my brother is 16, to like look me up and now be the worst thing.
Definitely change your name. Anyways, but geez, fuck that. Don't do that. So in Delray, there's a lot of, I don't know if it still exists. This is 2011. I'm sure this dude is still alive though. Basically, there's telemarketing scams where they just operate till they get shut down. They get the notice that they're like going to be investigated, and they just leave. And they just go from spot to spot to spot. And there's this one guy that is like in control of that, and he has a Rolls Royce. And my roommates are home. I don't know how this works, like for being trans or whatever. Like, he might just strictly be gay or whatever. But like, you could boy it up for this. I don't know. But like, and I'm not even like suggesting this to you. Like, I'm just saying like this exists out there where it's like all you do is go into his Rolls Royce. He's not in there. There's a camera. You whack off. It doesn't go on the internet. It's just for him. And he gives you $100. What a weird price point, right?
I mean, not to be like, okay, because like,
I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So
well, I mean, I know I'm not saying you did do it.
no, but I'm saying I get it if you're like, that's fucking ridiculous.
No, I mean, because let me get to what I'm saying. If you were to do escorting, which is like essentially like prostitution, not that
Yeah,
I
I know.
would, but you can make more of a killing doing that. Like your hourly rates can be way more than $800.
Did I tell you to listen to the Theo Vaughn episode?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Listen to Theo Vaughn this past weekend. It's his podcast. And go back. I'll send it to you. I'll find it and send it to you. It's an episode with a sex worker. She's like a high-end escort. And she talks about how being a sugar baby sucks dick compared to being an escort. Because you have no power.
100% true.
No
Oh my
power.
fucking god.
Like, you're just at what is going on. You don't know what's happening. There's no outside. Like, if you see your sugar daddy in public, if he's not with his wife or whatever, there's this thing. If he is with his wife, there's this weird, you know what I mean? It's all this weird shit. With the escort, you fucking know that even if I see you tomorrow at the gas station, like, fuck you, dude. You know what I mean? Like, we're not friends. And you get regulars, obviously, and all that shit.
You can make really, really good fucking money doing
She
that.
is paying for her college at UCLA, her sister's college at UCLA, her best friend's college at UCLA, car payments for all of them, housing for all of them.
Yeah, like I've definitely been tempted to do it. Like maybe if I lived in a bigger city just because like the money is so good. But like
I think this is big enough.
it takes a certain type of person to do that. They're like mentally.
But
Yeah.
I think that although Jacksonville is big enough, I don't think that there's like a lot of so successful people who do that here. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Dude,
the market's not that big in Jacksonville.
I'm telling you, I fucking work in these houses in huge like I was just in Pablo Creek. Every house is like over $1 million. And it's like, where the fuck are all these people coming from?
Are you gonna pimp us out?
That'd be genius, you know? But it's like everywhere in Jacksonville, like Nocatee. That's really nice. Where the fuck are 3,000 families coming from? Where are all these people coming from? It's rich fucking people. And they're all young too. Like there's people who I think they're like my age. And they got like a kid who's like 2 years old and like an 8,000 square foot house. And they're buying like $300 a roll wallpaper and shit. It's like, who the fuck are you?
Goddamn.
Yeah. So it's out there. Trust me. But down there, down in Del Rey and Boca, it's a real, way bigger thing. Way fucking bigger. It's not even close.
And in Miami, oh my god.
Oh, Miami's too oversaturated where I don't think you'd make enough money. Like for the work. You know what I mean? I think you'd have to have such a low price there to compete with everybody. It's like ridiculous. Like it's fucking oversaturated. It's insane.
You should tell us some of your stories.
Yeah, you have
have
anonymity. No one knows who you are. You're not even on video. Literally, I don't even have to say your fucking name. No one knows who you are.
But we literally already said it at the beginning of this
But
episode.
I have no idea what your last name is. In real life, I don't know what your last
Spill
name
the tea. Spill the tea.
is. Yeah, please.
I really just feel like this is something that Miss Gwen could do.
Either of you. No one knows who either of you are. That's the beauty of it.
My experience with being a sugar baby. I mean, I only had like one like SD, and I think I was kind of telling you about this like briefly. It was like around this time last year, and like he was nice or whatever, but like I don't know, like it's hard to pretend to be attracted to someone and emotionally invested to someone like when you really aren't. And like I feel like I'm low-key like not like a good actress when it comes to that. So like
a hopeless romantic? Are you like a hopeless romantic? Sorry.
probably, yeah.
Not for you.
But see, it's like a weird thing because like I think I'm a hopeless romantic, but like I'm able to do that with them. Like I can have connections with multiple people, but not want to be with them like romantically, if that makes sense.
I mean, if we're gonna get super deep though, like she's been searching for connection from her parents her whole life. I don't know if you have or not. Probably not as much. So like it's easier for you to just turn something off.
I mean, yeah, I 100% like agree with that, but because I don't know, like, not really my thing. Like, I can get that you want to be with someone in that way, but not really want to be there 100% emotionally.
Yeah. There's some people that are born to fuck. Like, there's girls that I fucked that, like, I just completely understood that like I could never actually like date or marry this person. There's this one girl in particular who I can't be too specific, but she has come into my life, okay, through just other people's lives connecting with my life and people in it, and now this is around me all the time. This girl is hot as shit, and like it's just this thing where she's very cool and everything, but we both, without ever talking about it or ever discussing any of this, just have this understanding that like if we're at like a place together, we could literally just leave right now and fucking that's fine. But that doesn't exist for everybody. Like there's some girls that I meet that aren't as attractive as she is, and I'm like, I want to be with this person. You know what I mean? So there's like weird things where it's like different fucking connections with people, and I have no idea what we're talking about. But unless you have to fuck like a shitload of people to be able to like, I think, be successful at that, which comes with the job. But like, I have no shame in this. I have, like, when I used to sell Molly, I fucked like a lot of girls, like at least 100 at least. And like, it does, again, I haven't done it. Like, I haven't done that. Like, I haven't been like fucking girls all the time in like 4 years or something. So like now I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, and it has nothing to do with like, oh, I want to settle down and be married. It's like emotionally, I can't do it. Like, it comes with practice. Like, I think y'all aren't good at it because you're not doing it. You know what I mean? Which I don't want you to do it.
I don't want to like, I feel like it's also like low-key a girl thing because like sex is like, obviously it's not true 100% of the time, but like usually it's more of like an emotional thing for us. So like there has to be like an emotional connection, or we have to like get along, or I have to like you. Well, I guess I'm kind of like speaking this personally now, but
there's more stability in the idea of sex for women, in that like if you're having sex, it's at the end of the day, it is like this reproducing thing, even though to us it just feels like, oh, she's so fucking hot, he's so fucking hot, you know what I mean, like that thing. But it really is like a guy's like trying to plant a seed. The girl sees in him like whatever the fuck to want to fuck him, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
It's all this like super weird evolution shit.
Because I know like me personally, like I wouldn't have sex with someone that like I wouldn't picture myself doing it again, if that makes sense. Like if I'm gonna fuck you, like I have to like you. I feel like I'm confusing myself, but
I have a new rule that's been going on for the past couple of years since like I have, because also I'm like a statistic anomaly. Like, just make it an even number at 100. I probably, a very mass percentage, no condom, no STD ever. Like the first time I went to rehab, I was like, there's no fucking way, you know? So, and I've always, like, sure, I'd always fuck girls, but I'd kind of be like a little cautious in it. But now the rule is you shouldn't have sex with anybody if you think you should have to wear a condom. You get what I'm saying? I understand one night stands, but I'm saying don't do that. You should only fuck somebody if you know I don't need to wear a condom. Because fuck that shit. I hate that shit. I have one over there, and I hate it's hit. You can't see it. It's the reason I'm looking over there. It's over there. I hate that shit. I hadn't had sex with a condom in years. And I was talking to this girl who, now we're not talking. It's a long story. It's like I can't say anything. I just can't say anything. So it sucks. But like when we first fucked, she's a smart girl. She wanted to wear a condom. Okay. I hated it. You know what I mean? I was like, this is so different. Like, it sucks. How is it?
I mean, I've definitely had guys that are like, what, you don't trust me? Like, let's fuck without a condom. But like for me, like,
that's different. I feel like, because like it is though, like, I mean, it's different in that you should,
right, like you actually do trust that person.
Like you should be trusting the person though. You know
right.
what I mean?
No, yeah, you're right.
Like, but that's not the reality. You know what I mean? So I guess have a condom in your wallet or whatever, in your purse, whatever. I personally just like, I don't know. You don't need to fuck all the time. You can just like. Also, here's the number one thing: don't fuck them. Period. Make it seem like it. This is just horrible.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
No. First time you're hanging out, you make it like maybe you guys can make out, whatever, all that shit. I get that, but do not fuck. And make it your decision not to fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you will have all the power and everything. I know that sounds so fucked up, but it's so true. Like, every girl that I've like dated or been with recently, I didn't fuck them right away, and it like changed everything.
I feel like I'm low-key so bad at that though, because like I always like guys like pressure me into doing shit like I don't want to do. Like if I'm not trying to fuck on the first date, they're like, oh, but let's fuck, and I'm like, okay.
Well,
so relatable.
I get that though, and honestly, I think not to be like I'm so old, because I'm not at all, but like that's when I was fucking people when I was your age, so I get it. But I'm just saying, like, I guess do whatever you want. What's the point? You know what I mean?
No, you're right though.
What is the point though? Like, why not have a bunch of sex?
I mean, but I agree that I feel like you shouldn't be fucking someone that you really feel like you really need to protect yourself.
That's a weird thing to be like, damn, I should wear a condom. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, to really break that shit down and be like, I'm gonna fuck this person, but they might be disgusting.
I've never ever had condomless sex before, ever.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Your life sucks.
It's so different.
It's literally a different thing. Like, when I was younger, that's when I did, like, I'm talking like a teenager. Like, that was when I was mostly wearing condoms. And I was just like excited to be having sex. You know what I mean? Oh my God, sure, I'll put on a condom. And then like you become an adult and you've had sex now, and it's like, this is so bad. I never understood that. Like, I would hear comedians or whatever talk about like having sex with the condom's bullshit and all this stuff. And it's like, I never understood that, but it is 1,000% true. You should get married and try it sometime. Yeah.
I mean, I want to get married someday, but we'll see.
You'll see.
Literally same, but like sooner.
Sooner?
She's trying to be a young wife.
Literally though.
How old do you want to be when you get married, Gwen?
I mean, I don't really want to get married young, so maybe when I'm like 30 something, like,
Why not?
I don't know, like I'm just like not like looking for that now, but like definitely like at some point.
And see, I'm like the opposite, but I think it's just because like I eventually, like later in life, I want to have 3 kids, and I just really don't want to be trying for my first kid in my 30s.
What's your rebuttal, Gwen?
I mean, obviously I can't have children, so like for me that's not
still like do some fucking.
I mean, but like that's just like I feel like that's like not in the plan for me. So it's like, what's the rush to get married? Because it's not like,
if you don't want to have kids, honestly, like what's the point of getting married?
I can't have kids with
but
what?
You could adopt a kid.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But fuck that.
No, I literally told her I would give her one of my eggs. Like I would donate one of my eggs so she could have a kid.
We don't want a little
Okay.
black child.
Okay, but wait.
That'd be sick.
In vitro is so expensive.
And it's your best friend. Like, that's sick.
No, that is sickening. True. But
how dare you?
No, listen to what I'm gonna say. So this guy I was talking to was telling me that like his friends did in vitro and it didn't end up working out, and they spend like tens of thousands of dollars. There's no refund for that. Like if it doesn't work, then like sorry, you're out of that money.
No, but like also I could be like your surrogate. If you like have like a sperm donor, like I would be the surrogate and I could do it.
So what about this? Are you trying to go surgery and go straight full committed female? Right? Obviously.
Yeah.
Boom. Now freeze your jizz, son. Freeze it.
No. Okay, because listen to this.
Keep freezing it. A bunch of it. Just like until your surgery, just
No.
like every day, as much as you can go to the sperm bank, be donating.
It's a good thought because that's like what a lot of people do. But like I've been on hormones for almost 2 years now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sterile. I'm 100% sterile. The only way I could like possibly get my sperm count up again is if I went off hormones, which I don't want to do. So
when does this all start? You're 20? So
Yeah.
you had to wait till like it was like your parents were not down for this. It was like your decision. As soon as you're 18, boom.
Well, actually, it was kind of funny. Like, I was supposed to start them in high school. My parents were kind of on board with it, but like, I just like ended up not working out. So I started like officially like taking hormones when I was like 19.
So you tell them you're gay first.
Right.
How old are you?
14.
That's
She was a youngin'.
Such a weird age. I hated myself at
Yeah.
14. Now looking back at it, I loved myself when I was 14. But like looking back at it, I was like, oh, such a fucking idiot. What'd you do? Like, how'd you tell him? Just like, hey.
Okay, like I remember like very vividly. Like I was like going.
But like, okay. Has your voice become feminized through these hormone things, or have you always just...
No, I mean, it's really just like voice training. Like I'm honestly like really insecure about my voice because I feel like it's like not where I want it to be. But
Have you ever like fucking yelled at somebody? Because I've seen that happen.
oh yeah, I can talk like a man, but I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Off mic though, please. Because like one of my friends, I won't say his name, he's just like, he's one of the sweetest people ever, but he's just like this gay kid who's getting like bullied and stuff. And at the lockers in Mandarin, there's like this corner, and he was just like cornered. And he's not a small person. Like, he's fucking could beat my ass, you know what I mean? And he fucking all these kids are up on him, and he's, you know, like always just he's like super flamboyant. And he fucking was like, what? You know, and like, oh, it was fucking intense, and everybody was like, whoa, you know, it was, and no one ever fucked with him again.
I feel like it'd be more shock value if I did that though.
Oh, well, yes. Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
woman. That's a little miss over there.
What's a mess?
Miss. Like a woman miss.
How did you say voice training? Is this like, how do you do that?
I mean, like I didn't get like official like, oh, I went to someone had like vocal lessons, but like
YouTube videos.
essentially
I'm just
like
kidding, I'm just
at my
kidding.
job, like I'm interacting with people all day. So
Yeah.
like I just like started speaking in a higher pitch, and then I got like comfortable with doing that, and then like it became like muscle memory. So like now it's like very easy for me to like switch over into that. Like I feel like low key I'm not like trying that hard, but like I can like really be on one if I want to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, what do you do for work?
I work at a makeup store, and then I work at a department store.
You're talking to people all day.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
I'm always interacting with people.
Yeah. What do you do? Nothing?
I work,
College?
No, I do school like full time, and I have a part time job. Like I work in a clothing store in the mall.
Boom. Perfect. Don't tell me which mall.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna start blurting out names.
You'll probably get it right on the first try.
Boca.
Yeah.
Boom. The movie theater there and all that.
No, that's like a Boca Square. I work in a Boca Town Center.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Wait, by where I lived, Meisner Park.
No, like it's not really. It's on Glades.
Is this new?
No.
Within
No.
since like 2011.
No, they had it there. It's like, you know, they have Saks and Fibs and Neiman Marcus.
Oh, I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a Bloomingdale's, yeah.
I miss living down there. Honestly, like that shit's fucking so sweet.
Yeah, it's like nice. Like it's pretty, but really fucking expensive.
How many roommates do you have?
I actually only have one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, tell him about the fucking shenanigans y'all get into, because that's so funny to me.
Enough is enough.
Did you know your roommate before?
No, literally we were fucking random. Like
Oh,
she
jeez.
like posted on Facebook, and then like her parents like interviewed me. It was really cute.
Oh, okay. So what's her story? Don't tell me like what her name is, but like what do y'all do? That's
She's
so...
not here. Just tell the full story. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Like, you know what's crazy about this? Like, not even like a condescending way, but like no one knows who the fuck you are. You know what I mean? Like y'all aren't like your name is not on here. You know what I mean? Like you're Gwen, you're Melissa. Who the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Who the fuck are you?
Like who am I? You know what I mean? Like that's what's crazy about it. The only way people would know is if you shared it, which that'd be cool, but you don't have to. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's how I feel. But like, what if I do want to share it and then just like letting loose, saying everyone's secrets?
I'm gonna tell you something about something I've learned about being honest. I have talked about being addicted to heroin on here. I've talked about trying to kill myself. I've talked about every fucking thing in the world. And no one can tell me anything. It feels so good. Like when people try to say like, oh, like try to use it against you, you've owned it and you have the power over it. And it also, that stigma, like nothing's like, how about this? I'm sure understand this. Now that you are out in yourself to where you're just projecting that to everybody. You know what I mean? You don't feel like, I'm sure you are insecure, everyone is, but you feel like this is who I am. Fuck you. Doesn't that feel so much better than when you were 13?
I mean, yeah, but also like, I don't know, like it isn't that easy, I guess. Like,
but you aren't, like, I guarantee you once you're done with all your surgeries and everything and you're just like,
oh yeah, like you get to a certain point where it's like, I can't even be stressed about this anymore because it's like, fuck everyone. Like I'm just doing my own thing.
once you put it out there, that's my point. It just, you own it now and no one's even gonna say anything about it. Like, what are they gonna, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, oh, you tried to kill yourself? Like, yeah. You know?
And what about it?
Exactly. And that's the end of it. It's not like this thing. It doesn't matter. It's not like this thing where, oh, it's a secret. Like, what's weirder than the person that did try to kill themselves? You know it, but they think that you don't know it. Or the person who's a drug addict that you know it and they think that you don't know it.
I mean, but the people who are so high and mighty about that stuff, like low-key, they've been through the same shit. That's why they're judging you so hard for it, because they're like, they've been through it too.
That's me with kids who go to like EDM shit, because like I used to do that, and now I just look back at it like, fuck you, I hate you, because it's just changed so much, you know. But like at the end of the day, that's exactly who I was, so I can't even like.
I mean, I would go for the Instagram pictures, but that's about it.
Exactly, all these crazy fucking outfits. That
fucking
wasn't a
shit.
thing, man. When we were like, it's changed. Don't get me wrong, that was a thing, sort of, but like all this weird neon bullshit. Like when I went to the first time EDC was in Orlando. I went in fucking board shorts and like a blue and white striped shirt. It was not like some crazy fucking outfit. You know what I mean? Like, and you know who else wore that?
Fucking harem
Everybody.
pants.
90% of the people were in normal fucking shit. And now 90% of the people are like, I think because it became not cool, but like it's a mainstream thing. Because I saw it change to like frats and sororities showing up at these things when that was like not what was going on at all.
It's definitely like a culture, I guess. Like, oh, like I go to raves, you know what I mean? Or EDM
See,
or whatever.
That's the thing. Like it used to literally be like I lost friends. This is what I mean by not owning it. So before I just started saying like everything that was honest about myself, before I started doing that, when I was rolling and all this stuff, it was like this thing that I wasn't telling people, but people knew. And like I was going to all these raves and people weren't into that yet. It was not like how it is now. Like people literally stopped being my friend. Like one of my best friends. Now that girl does all that shit. She's also 27. So she's 27 years old.
That's a little bit too old.
Going to all of these things. Exactly. If you saw her, you'd be like, it makes perfect sense. She looks maybe younger than I do. You know what I mean? But like
fucking rave babies.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was such a frowned upon thing when I did it that I lost friends. And now these same fucking people do it. And like,
we live in a society.
yeah. What's your biggest issue with what's going on now? Like in society?
Do you want to answer that one?
No, I think that's for you.
It's for everybody. I'll give you mine too. I haven't thought of one yet, but I guess I will.
I guess like it's more of like an internet thing, but like cancel culture. So like when people like hype someone up and they make them famous, and then they like
I just gave her
simultaneously
a pound. That was good.
they like tear down their career. So like the same people who are responsible for like making them famous and like having them get money and like giving them like a platform, like they're also the same people who are like, oh, you're canceled, like you're a piece of shit, like you're whatever, and like taking all that away from them.
What do you think? Where do you draw the line though? Like something should be canceled. Like what do you think about what Roseanne said?
I mean, yeah, because like she was grown when she said that. It wasn't like she said that when she was like 13 or something, but
It's a wild motherfucking thing that she said.
Yes.
You know?
It
Have you
was
heard her
fucked.
explanation?
I think she was saying that like he like hated women or something like that.
No. Whoa. I'm talking about
Say something racist.
she said about, I don't know who the fuck it is, but she basically said that this woman who, I will say, if you do look at her, she doesn't look black. You know what I mean? She doesn't look like she doesn't look like a black person.
Okay.
Whatever that means. But Roseanne said she looked like if Planet of the Apes and the Muslim Brotherhood had a baby, which is fucking insane to say that about anybody. Her claim is that she didn't think this girl was black. She thought that she was Jewish, and Roseanne's Jewish.
It's still fucked up regardless, though.
1,000%. But it's just like I understand that being canceled, but then there's other things like, I don't know, what shouldn't have been canceled.
I don't know. Like, maybe if, like, someone is, like, famous now, like, do you know who Brother Nature is?
No.
Oh my! It literally breaks my heart every time someone tells me they don't know who Brother Nature is.
What is it?
He's like a Twitter celebrity who's like famous for like befriending animals and shit. He's really cute. But anyways, the story.
I don't have a Twitter, so.
Oh.
Literally, this is why you're getting all your memes so late. Like, it all starts on Twitter.
I don't want them.
But anyways, the story was he's been famous for like a couple years now, I think. But he just recently got really, really famous on Twitter. And people were saying that he was canceled because like back in 2011, he tweeted the N-word. But in 2011, he was 13. So, you know.
What did he say? Did he say like in a Lil Wayne song some fucking lyrics?
It was literally a Tyler, the Creator lyric.
See, how do you feel about that? What if like, not y'all two, because that's not fair, y'all are best friends. Remember when we met and y'all were about to get in my car? I was like, I don't have any room. What if I did have room? And we get in my car. And to be honest with you, I don't listen to rap music, so this wouldn't happen. But let's just say I did put on a rap song. And I'm like, and then I say the N-word with the song. What are you doing?
Literally, I just always cringe.
Thank
so
you.
hard.
Me too. Also, let's just get into this. Is this racist? I don't like when white people rap. I don't like it. There's like a couple people who are good at it, but like at the end of the day, you just sound like you're rapping like a fucking idiot. Like it sounds so shitty.
Iggy Azalea.
No, but like,
yeah, fuck her.
one of
Like
my
Jesus Christ.
One of my favorite rappers was white.
Yeah,
Mac Miller.
Yeah. He doesn't sound like that.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's why I really loved him.
You know what I mean? He fucking he gets into the, and also I'm sick of these motherfucking. I am so sick of all these celebrities dying from a cocaine overdose that was laced with fentanyl. Nah, they were doing heroin. It is not cocaine laced with fentanyl. It is a PR stunt to make it look like the artist was not doing heroin. Here's a dark secret. Most of them are. That's real.
Really? How? Like, how'd you know that?
I just want to know, like, how Demi Lovato was spared. Is that like an Illuminati thing or what?
I don't even get it. Like, I don't know about, like, if she was spared or if he was taken. But how do I know that? Because, like, I've been sober for, like, 6 months. But I've been sober. You know what I mean? It's all these little whatevers. But through all this, I went to rehab. I've lived with people on drugs. I lived, before we lived in dope ass fucking Meisner Park in that apartment, we lived in a motel, saving up money to get into there. 8 people in a motel with 2 beds.
Oh, fuck no.
In the ghetto. It was not nice. Like, it was not nice. So I'm living around all that. I can see what people are doing, like, in their eyes. You know what I mean? He did not have cocaine eyes. He had, at the very least, pain pill eyes, which is the same fucking thing. That's another dark secret. All these people doing pain pills, it's the same thing as doing heroin. There's no fucking difference, except it's more expensive.
Wait, how is it the same thing though? Like, explain.
It's an opiate. So, like,
Oh.
this is why people do heroin. You are doing pain pills. You cannot find pain pills. You are sick because you are addicted to opiates. You can get heroin and not be sick. And then, like, $20 worth of heroin will get you. This is not an ad for this. You shouldn't do this. Like, you shouldn't be doing this shit. But I'm saying what leads people to it is they end up not being able to get the pain pills, or somebody says, this is $20. Not, because it eventually gets to where I could take 10 Percocets, you know what I mean? Like, wow. You know, that's 10 times 7, $70, you know what I mean? at that point and starting it, because you obviously don't have the tolerance, $70 worth of dope will last you 5 days compared to, you know what I mean? So like people just, and the next thing you know, you're obviously just doing that.
Right.
And you die. And the thing with all these artists is they get medicated by the record labels. Like the record labels, because, and it's not even necessarily like this evil thing. It's like, which it is actually, because the pharmaceutical companies, the people on the board of Pfizer and all these huge companies are also on the board of Def Jam Records and Universal and Warner Brothers and all these huge. So that's why you hear Xanax being referenced directly. That's like an ad for fucking MacBooks. You know what I mean? Like Xanax is not a thing. It's a specific company's pill. Promethazine is a specific company's product. Like these are all advertisements. Percocet is not a type of, it's a specific pain pill. You know what I mean? So all these things are, it is evil, but these artists, you are doing a concert. So you're up all night. Now you need to go to bed. So you have to get pills to go to bed, but you also have to do radio in the morning. So you're going to bed at 3 a.m. You have to be up at 6. Now you're taking Adderall or whatever, Vyvanse, whatever fucking upper bullshit. And then you got to do the show. So you're doing mood stabilizers, all these things to keep you being able to function.
Yeah.
Because this is not a life for people. Like the biggest issue I'm having with all like not doing drugs is this time of year, I'm past this whole like, oh, my mom's dead, I'm sad. Like it's mostly like there's so much work, and it's like this thing where like doing all of this, like I had a long day today, you know what I mean? I have a long day tomorrow. I've working 7 days a week every fucking week, and it's like I get so stressed out. And it was this thing that like I run to, and now I'm putting it into like, this is why I do this podcast every day now. So it's like harder for me to just run off the rails and shit. And there's more like responsibility in it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just feel like all these artists are living a life that is a million times gnarlier, like in terms of demand on themselves. You know, like I have a physical job, like I'm, you know, doing shit, but they're like, you know how you're yourself right now, but you're not? You know what I'm saying? Like you're talking into this, but this isn't like
physically me.
No, it's you, but there's a little, you're on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we were hanging out like this, if it was just us three sitting here, we would be talking, but it wouldn't be this nonstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it this takes stuff out of you. Like you're yawning right now. Like it takes it out of you.
This bitch is tired.
I'm feeling really great right now.
I did an episode with these kids who are traveling the country, and they are doing a documentary. So I picked them up. They're doing this couch surfing app. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's free.
No.
People, it sounds weird, but you have to be registered. You register everything. Like at the end of the day, anybody who would use this to kill someone is like somebody killing someone on Tinder. Like you're going to get caught. You know what I mean? Like it's all.
So it's legit is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's free. You go and travel the country and just stay on people's couches for free. So they don't know Jacksonville. They're from Seattle, Washington. They have no idea.
But what does the person who's letting them stay there have to gain? Like, why would they be
Just
interested?
helping people out.
I mean, are there really that many good Samaritans out there?
Literally, like, underground.
People who have
shit.
done it before. So people who have needed the help. Like, for me, with being a strung out drug addict, I've been evicted from a place. I've lived in a place that was no power in the middle of summer. It sucked so bad that I sent my dog away because I felt too bad that she was living in this environment. Okay? So I get it. I feel like because I've lived through that, I'll always give that person like 10 cigarettes and fucking $5 or whatever. You know what I mean? I used to not do that. I don't know what we're talking about, but like what the experience of it makes you. Oh,
right.
The couch surfing app. The people who have done that. The people who have traveled the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who wish that they had somebody who was fucking cool.
So basically you sympathize with them is what you're saying.
I I wouldn't be having people come to my house.
Well, not the couch surfing. I'm talking about like you giving like homeless people like cigarettes and stuff.
Yeah. I know they're strung out. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're like getting their life together. Like I understand, but like I just remember being at that point wishing someone gave me fucking 10 cigarettes and $5. You know what I mean? Like I get it. It sucks that they're in that position. It's not gonna help them, but like it's not gonna hurt them either. You know what I mean? But it'll make them feel good at least. But I have no idea what we're talking about.
Whole lot of sidetrack going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, the couch surfing app. The point. So these kids are doing a documentary, so therefore everything's filmed. They didn't live. They don't know this area at all, you know? So they just get the first couch they see. It's way off Chafee Road. You know where that is?
I have no idea.
It is from here, like 48 minutes, way down 295 to I-10 to way past like where that it's far as fuck. You know what I mean? It's 48 minutes or whatever. So
Specific.
and I'm cool with them doing this. I'm glad they did it, and I know that I'm going to be in this, and I'm very excited to see it and all that stuff. But I didn't know this was going to happen. I had Daisy with me in the car. Everything was filmed from the moment that they walked out the door and met me. And we hung out from about 12:30 in like the afternoon, you know, till 10 o'clock at night.
Wait, and they didn't tell you they were filming?
I mean, I knew they were doing it. It wasn't like this weird thing where like this is footage for a documentary that's going to get edited and cut down. This isn't like everything that they're filming is making it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So like I understood what was going on. I would have done the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, so I get it. But it's just, the point is, after that day of being on, quote unquote, where I'm being my fucking self, just with a camera on you and a mic in your face, when I was so fucking stressed out, you know? Like, so with these artists and stuff, everybody wishes they could do that.
Right.
But no, you don't, you know?
Because they have to be like that all the time. Because they literally never get arrested, probably. Because even when you're not on TV or whatever, like the paparazzi and internet and shit like that.
If you slip up once now, like you're fucked. You know what I mean? Like it's
that's true though. Like,
deal.
is that kind of stress really worth like the fame and the money? Probably not.
How much money do you need? That's my big question in life. How much money do you need after your bills are paid?
I mean, I guess it just depends on how much you're making. Because it's like once you get as much money as you thought you wanted, you want more money. So it's like it's never enough almost.
So right now, I'm making more money than I've ever made in my life because I'm not spending money on drugs. You know what I mean? And like my rent here is cheap. I make money off of this. It's not a lot, but it helps. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm doing really good financially, but I am not very happy, like at all.
Why?
I mean, beyond this whole like situation where the girl I was talking to, which I'll just tell you after, but
Spill the tea, sis.
no, I really can't. It's way too fucking personal.
Oh, I mean, not on here, but like afterwards.
Yeah, for sure. But basically, it's just working all the time and like 7 days a week, like waking up at fucking 7:30 sucks.
It takes something out of you because I work 2 jobs, so it's like
you get
my
it.
next day off is Christmas. Like it really, like I feel like a part of my soul has been sucked out of me.
It sucks.
Like
you know
we
what I
are
mean?
slaves to fucking capitalism.
And it's like, how much money do I need? Why do I need all of this fucking money?
Well, at least like for me, like I'm saving like for my surgery, so it's
Yeah.
like okay, like I have an end goal. But for you, it's just like okay, like why am I even doing this?
For me, it's like say I just have to pay my rent. Like I just think about like I do not want to move back home.
See, I'm talking about what after your bills are paid. Like obviously you got to do what you got to do to pay your bills, but like maybe it's because I was living with such little money for so long. But like I fucking swear to God, if I have my bills paid and a whole month until my next, like, I could make like $300 last a month for sure. Like for sure.
But you're a boy though, like you don't have the expenses that we have.
What are you paying for?
I pay for nails.
True.
I pay for makeup. I pay for like just toiletries, like little shit like that, like razors or like
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Like it's expensive to be
Yeah.
a woman.
Yeah, and then, like every event or like when you see someone like you have to get a new outfit kind of thing. Like
Yeah, that is wild. That's a weird thing, which I'm done with it now. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just repeating outfits all day for the rest of this YouTube's history.
I mean, it's fucking stupid that you have to buy a new outfit like whenever you go out.
It's so dumb.
But like for me, like personally, like if I know I'm gonna take a picture, then like obviously I'm gonna wear a new outfit. But like if you're not taking pictures, then like what's the point?
When you get sad and depressed, how do you deal with it? What's your style?
What I used to do was like kind of like isolate myself from everyone, because like I really, really struggled a lot with depression. Like up until a few months ago, like I started taking antidepressants and like anti-anxiety meds, and that's helped me a lot. So like what I used to do was like kind of isolate myself from everyone.
When you taking like Klonopin?
No, Lexapro.
Oh, but you said anti-anxiety? Lexapro covers that too?
Mm-hmm. It's both.
Damn. Super pill.
It changed my life though. Like I
Yeah.
feel so much better.
Yeah. That's
Like I probably wouldn't be here right now recording this podcast if it wasn't for Lexapro.
the girl I was talking to. She stopped taking stuff because she hates having to do that.
No, I mean, I don't care. Like, cause
I would not care at all.
I'm
I would
used to
definitely
taking
take that
pills
shit.
every day because of hormones. So like for me, I'm like, okay, another pill to add to my list of pills. Like
True. Yeah. So how many pills are you taking? Jesus.
I'm taking a lot. That's what like kind of like low-key scares me about this, because it's like there's not like a whole lot of research into like the science of transitioning. So it's like, yes, I'm fine now, but how am I gonna be, 30 years from now, 50 years from now? Like, what's my health gonna be like?
Yeah.
Because I had to take testosterone blockers because I haven't had surgery yet.
Well, you're not like on any weird diets, are you?
No. So I had to take
good.
testosterone blockers. I have to take progesterone, which is essentially like the pregnant woman hormone. So like it promotes like fat redistribution and stuff like that. So like progesterone is like part of like biological women's menstrual cycles. So I take that, and then I take a DHT blocker, and DHT is
Yeah,
like
what's that?
essentially DHT in men. It's like a form of testosterone. So it causes like baldness and like thickness of like body hair and stuff like that. And then to top it all off, I take estrogen injections. So like once a week, I have to do an injection of estrogen. And this is like every single day,
Where do
minus
they
the
shoot it at?
injection. No, I do it. I do it myself.
Where do you do it?
In my leg, like my thigh. I mean,
It hurts.
no, I'm just used to it. Like I think I have a high pain tolerance. So like,
You know the
it's fine.
craziest part about the most underrated thing that no one thinks about is obviously shooting up drugs is very scary, but that shit hurts. Like getting a shot hurts. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, yeah.
And isn't it crazy to think about, like, okay, you know when you get a shot like in your arm and it hurts the next day, like your arm's sore? Imagine putting something back into that spot multiple times.
Oh, I have bruises all over my thighs from like doing injections.
Have you ever felt like you were like super badass and been like, ah, and just stabbed your leg?
Fuck no. Because I'm so paranoid the needle's gonna break. Because like
That's
the
scary.
injections that I do are intramuscular, so they have to be super long to like actually like reach my muscle. So like I get worried like what if this like shit breaks off and gets stuck inside me? Because like you can't
You wouldn't
see.
be able to go through a metal detector? It's like-
Yeah, like obviously they can't see, but like it's a fucking long ass needle.
That you know what? People are always like, this is just weird, but it has to do with needles. Like, I can't get a tattoo. I don't like needles. What the fuck does that mean? Like, I understand they're needles, but like, it doesn't look like you're getting a fucking shot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like needles.
Pussies.
Tattoos hurt though.
I mean, yeah, I've never had a tattoo, so
They
I can't
hurt.
speak on that.
I really want some.
They hurt really bad. Straight up.
Do your tattoos mean anything, or are they just like there?
I mean, my mom's maiden name's Dillion, so like there's a lion right here, but like it wasn't like,
Is that like their family crest or something?
nah, it was literally, it just means lion. So I was
Oh.
like, yeah, Ponce de Leon is like Ponce the lion.
Oh.
Yeah. So this right here, like I didn't ask for this. I was just like, I want a lion, and he drew all this. You know what I mean? Like this dude's a beast, and there's just a lot of detail in it. So I was like, I want a lion. He drew that. I said I wanted an owl, and he drew all of this. Like this is just gnarly as fuck.
Right.
There was empty space right here, so he put this dagger in, and when like, this shit's hard as fuck. Like he killed it. And then my mom's up here. And there's like butterflies because she liked butterflies. This obviously needs to be colored in. And then there's like...
Is that one recent then?
No, I've had... Like, I just haven't gone back. I just, you know, like, none of my tattoos are... Like, this isn't finished either. This is...
That one looks cool. Like the Japanese one.
Yeah, this is insane. But, it's all just like... Wolf is my dad. He was adopted. He didn't know till he was like 29. Damn. He wasn't adopted. Like, his mom had an affair, and it was a secret, and the dude died, so it was like secret safe, you know? And then the Bill Couch, where Couch Talk comes from, he divorces her when he's on my dad's birth certificate, you know? So he divorces her and moves down here. I'm pretty sure maybe he moves like Columbus, it doesn't matter. But like he moves and my dad gets scooped up by Child Protective Services because she was like doing drugs and just not a good mom. And then because he's on the birth certificate, now my dad gets with him, Bill Couch. But his blood last name is Wolf. He just changed it like legally, and he's asking me to change it. And it means a lot to him, which is like just a generation. Like, I don't understand that at all. Like, I don't think it matters at all. And I'm on fucking like almost 300 episodes. Like, I don't number all of my episodes. Technically, I have like 310 episodes.
Uh-huh. But you can't do like a brand change. Like,
I'm not about to change my last name. Like, it's Couch Talk. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? We're in it. But they don't like, they mean stuff, but like this means nothing. Like, this is just a one dude.
No, I like how they did like the little like where the flower is. Like, do you see how it's kind of like ribbed or whatever?
Yeah, this is all like, this is his foot and this is his head, and it's all one fucking samurai.
Because I follow like a lot of like, I guess, Asian tattoo artists, and like they kind of have that similar style where they do like the little things in the bottom. Like,
oh yeah, all these like
yeah,
they're not waves, but like, so I painted his place. He like, you know, Inksmith and Rogers.
Yeah.
So the one in Mandarin, the guy who did this is Ryan Sampson. He also works at the Riverside one. Shout out Ryan Sampson. He's a fucking beast. He did this too on my neck. Like, he's sick, you know? He's really good. It's traditional and everything. But Jeff was like the shop OG, you know? And he just wanted to do his own thing, and he opened his own shop, and I got to like wallpaper and paint it. So this is all free. But like, look at this.
For free?
This is all free. I mean, I did work for it, but like, this needs like war paint. There's like all this. Wow. I didn't ask for any of this. Isn't that fucking insane? He just did that. Like, it was supposed to only be a sleeve, and then he like outlined it all and everything. It sucked. He is so heavy-handed. It's fucking brutal, but it's obviously like really good.
No, yeah, it looks amazing.
But I thought it was just ending here, and then he's like, I think I'm gonna put something on your chest, you know? And I was like, I don't even know if I want it, but I did have Yodo, like, you only die once. Okay? Yeah. It wasn't like serious. It was probably 5 inches long. Like, it was such a bad tattoo, you know what I mean?
No regrets.
Year?
Yeah, exactly.
What year was this?
Cocaine, 2013, 2012, you know? Yeah. But the reason it happened was, one, this kid got YOLO right here, like in 2008 or something, like before the Drake thing, you know? So then once the Drake thing happened, he fucking hated that he had that tattoo. So we were all just like smoking one day, and I was like, you're an idiot. You should have gotten Yodo. Like, you only die once, you idiot. You know, like, YOLO's stupid. And he's like, fuck, I wish I would have gotten that. Rest in peace, he's dead now. But I got it because this kid comes over. And this is like when I'm doing dope in that apartment, but before things go like super south, that same one that like I told Daisy to just go with her mother. I had like my dealer lived with me and like paid his rent and dope. And then one of his friends came over and just got a tattoo gun, was not a tattoo artist. Like, he'd never used this. You know what I mean?
DIY tattoo.
Yeah. He just thought it'd be cool.
Fucking stick and pokes.
So he comes over with, I mean, it was a real tattoo gun, but he comes over with coke and a tattoo gun. He doesn't even come over with the tattoo gun at first. He comes over with the coke. I don't have this tattoo. I have none of this. You know, I just have this sleeve. And he's like, oh, dude, I love your tattoos. I just got a tattoo gun. I think I'm going to start like practicing and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go get it. Because, you know, like we're doing coke. Like he'll gladly run downstairs to go get that shit. So he runs downstairs, gets it, comes back. And he's like, you know, like, look at this. It's sick. And I'm like, dude, I don't know anything about tattoo guns. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a fucking tattoo artist. So he's like, let me give you a tattoo. And I was like, okay, you know, like, all right, whatever. Just give me a little, you only die once right here. And now it's covered. Like, you can't even tell it's there. So he, like, was basically like, you would look so stupid with, like, amazing tattoos and then another
With
really
the
good
Yoda.
sleeve. And then this, like, stupid Yoda right here. So he did all of this and covered it. And it looks fucking...
You said it was right here originally?
Yeah, it was... You can see it. I mean, it's like, you can't see it, but it was right here. Can you see it now?
No, it's too dark.
Isn't that crazy? It hurt really bad. I mean, he did like multiple coats and everything, but you just get bad tattoos, you know?
Have you ever seen people who have like the fully like inked like black arm? I don't understand that.
I don't
like,
get that at all.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I also don't like... Now, there's different kind of tribal tattoos, but like, I don't like that at all. What I do like though is like super intricate line work. Like this isn't necessarily that. I mean, there's some like in here is nice, but like these like crazy geometric designs are like just, which, what do you think about tattoos? Like, do you think they need to have meaning?
I mean, not really. Like, if they're pretty, then like, why does it matter? Like for me, like I like looking at ones that are like cross hatching. So it's like when they do like lots of different lines to like create like a shadow and like add depth
That
to
shit's
it.
insane.
Yeah, like the cross hatching ones, they look fucking bomb.
People have gotten so fucking good. And like, when you really break it down, that might be the most impressive like form of visual art when it comes down to like skill and just overall like who can fucking do that.
Because you can't mess up, essentially.
And exactly. And to watch it is like, it makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean? You're like, how, like, think how weird this is, that this is not going anywhere for the rest of my life. This is on me. And I got it a couple years, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter when you get it. Like, and it's going to look like this. And I honestly don't understand how they do it. Like, I've watched it a lot, and
See, that's why I'm scared about like getting a tattoo, like the commitment. Like once that's on you, it's on you.
Yeah, you definitely get desensitized to it though eventually, and you like forget it's there. And then also though, it's only happened one time where I was like, holy shit. Like I don't even think I had this one at the time, or I'd just gotten it or something, but I was like, this is so crazy. Like, this is, you know, this isn't a t-shirt. Like, this is fucking forever. But I don't know. I would get them. Like, well, you should just fucking go all tattoos. You should too. Be 2019 tattoo year.
Nah, if I'm paying to surgery this fucking body, I'm not hiding with tattoos. You're gonna see this body.
Yeah, true. So you wouldn't want any tattoos?
I mean, maybe like a few little ones, but I just can't see myself like being one of those people who has like, you know, like a full sleeve or whatever. Like that's just not me.
Yeah, but like that's not me either. You know what I mean?
But you did it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's crazy, but I wanted a sleeve since I was a 12-year-old emo kid. You know what I mean? Like I was telling my dad,
Right.
like I'm getting that shit.
I mean, that's never been me though. Like I've never been like, oh, I want a fucking tattoo so bad. I'm just like, well, if I get one, then I get one. But like, it's not like part of the plan right now.
I remember like thinking of what tattoos I was gonna get, and it's so funny because like I don't have any of them, but like I remember thinking of specifically what I was gonna get and everything. Like at a young age, I remember talking about it with my friends and everything, and my dad was just like, no. And then I went to college. I didn't have any money, so like I couldn't get it, but I wanted them. And when I dropped out, I obviously started working for my family's business, and my dad was like, you are not getting fucking tattoos. I'm like, sorry.
Does your dad have tattoos?
He's covered now. My mom dies from cancer. Like, it sucked, but like, he's now covered in tattoos. So obviously it's cool. But like, there was a time where if I would have gotten tattoos, I would have gotten fired. And now he has his neck, his fucking neck, his hands, his knuckles. Yeah.
That's how my parents are, though. They're like, no tattoos. Tattoos are evil.
My dad's that guy as well. He's just...
Because my parents are so fucking, like, straight edge. Like, I don't think my dad has ever smoked or done any sort of drug once in his life.
My dad will drink, but, like, no...
Yeah, like,
he
never.
hates weed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows I smoke. But...
Literally, my mom.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do your parents know y'all smoke?
My mom caught me once, but, like, she doesn't know that I still do
How old
it.
were you?
She caught me my senior year, so I think I was 18.
Okay, what'd she say? How'd you get caught, though? That's always the funniest.
So, like, I went to go get my car serviced because I had a car that, like, had a lot of problems with it because it was older.
Oh, I thought you meant, like, I went to get my car serviced, like, someone came to pick you up. I was like, damn.
No,
But car serviced, quite the opposite.
Yeah,
I understand that.
yeah.
Okay,
So I had to drive there, and so I, like, left, like, one of my purses there. Like, I just brought my wallet to pay the person or whatever, and I lost my car keys, and my mom was like trying to look for my car keys, like, because I was using the spare ones, but she, like, the main ones, I lost it. And so then she, like, fucking sends me a text message, and it's a picture of my fucking grinder, and then she's like, you've been smoking weed in my house. I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. And what'd you say? Sorry.
I was like, all I could say was, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know what else to say, and she was like, I really can't believe this. Like, I'm so upset with you. Like, I've never smoked weed, blah blah blah. But I was thinking to myself, like, fuck, like, the bong is in my car. Like, I have to dispose of this bong because...
But you don't want to throw it away, right?
No, literally, I ditched it somewhere.
Where'd you
Gone.
hide it?
Literally, I just threw it behind a bush. Gone.
You never went back for it?
No.
Someone found that.
Yeah.
Rip.
I dropped my old pen, which, by the way, you were talking about how, like, these things are expensive. Yeah. There's a place right down the street, like, before you go, like, back home, you have to go there. Yeah. This one's $20, but there's one that's $9.99. It was the one that I had that is just like this, but it's not gold. I fucking lost it with a brand new cartridge. Like, on the ground. I know I left it at Gate gas station. So somebody fucking found a brand new get you high as fuck pen, and it's not me.
Well, that's your lucky day then.
Have you ever found anything cool?
No, I haven't. But one time my mom was like in the parking lot at like Babies R Us, and she found like $500 in cash, and she kept it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My mom is like super lucky about that stuff. Like, she goes on cruises and like gambles. One time she won like $20,000 and bought herself a brand new. Yeah. She won $20,000 and bought herself a brand new Mercedes.
That's what you do. Is that the car you're driving now?
Well, I'm driving the Mercedes she had before her new Mercedes.
Bougie.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. What's your first time getting caught smoking weed? Or just like a time, I guess?
I was never caught, but my parents just know. Like, my mom is very nosy. She just like roots through my shit. So she's like found my weed and stuff before. I think, no, they found my Jeep. I had a Jeep sitting in the closet. And they were like, we see your stupid little bong. My dad was so mad because basically I took his socket from his tool set. My dad was so offended. He was like, I can't believe you would do this. I spent so much money on this tool set.
It's so baser looking. Like, you have this like weird, you know what I mean? Like, my dad hates Jeeps. It's so funny. I love them.
So they know that I at least smoked at one point in time. They're like, we don't care, but I feel like they do look-y care. But it wasn't like a big deal or anything. Because my mom used to brag about when she went to like, when she was in college, like how much weed she smoked and how she was like a little stoner and this, that, and the other.
I smoked enough weed to fill up the whole backyard.
I think she said she dated a drug dealer at one point, which like, same like mother, like daughter.
Oh, you dated a drug dealer? What was that like?
Who hasn't, though?
I guess I haven't. I've been a drug dealer though.
That's true. I mean, I
dated a girl who like would sell her. I guess I have, yeah.
The person I dated though was like a serious. Well, I don't want to be like, oh, he was serious, but like
okay.
He sold coke and like other stuff like that.
How much though?
Basically what he did was like he was Puerto Rican, so like he would like get like kilos of coke or whatever and like ship it to fucking like Puerto Rico.
This is a big deal.
And like he had like some whole like fakakma ass plan to like go on a train and like take like pounds of weed to Oregon. Like, I don't know. This was
serious.
He was pretty like retarded in my opinion.
So this is like his job.
Yeah, like
yeah.
He had like a job to like cover up like where he was going, but
I gotta
like
pay my taxes, Holmes.
You fucking worked at Wendy's though.
Why not? Which Wendy's?
He lives in Orlando. So.
Okay.
I can tell you. It's the one like by
Don't say
It doesn't matter, but like you don't understand it. People might know him.
Nah, he's a piece of shit.
I do have a lot of Orlando listeners. Seriously, that's kind of like
Yeah,
no,
let's not.
they
No,
would,
no, no,
it's
no,
like a very specific one, so they would 100% know where this is at if they like went to UCF.
oh
You just-
definitely.
No, but there's more than one like food area there.
There's
girl.
Wendy's all over the place. Dave Thomas killing it. You know? Apparently, I don't even know if this is true because like when your parents tell you stuff and you like look back at it later in life and you're like, that's a fucking lie. My dad, I don't think lies to me, but like he said he went to school with Dave Thomas's daughter, like Wendy, like the girl.
What?
When they told you couldn't
It
have the
makes
light on in the
sense.
back seat,
It makes exactly, yeah,
that's a lie.
yeah. But I get that. I hate when people turn on lights when I'm driving.
I hate the high beams. Like that hurts my eyes.
What is something that your parents did that you were like, shut the fuck up, and now you're like, I get it.
Basically, whenever I got money for like Christmas, they would take some of it and put it like in an account, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Oh my
yeah.
god, they're stealing my money!" But now I'm like, "Oh, they were saving that, and that's the reason I have a savings account now."
Very nice of them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What about you? What you turn into your parents in any way?
I mean, I don't really know. Like I'm so different from both of them. Like my mom just never did anything. She's very straight edge. So I'm like the opposite because like she forced me to be like her. Yeah.
So what do you mean? You said you are straight edge?
No.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you don't seem
My
like that.
mom is like.
Yeah.
She's like, she was from Jamaica, whatever. She's never smoked weed ever. Like, she said like the most scandalous thing she ever did was fucking read like romance novels when she was in high school. Like, she literally
stupid.
didn't drink until she was 21, and like she's only been with my dad. Like, she's only been with one person for her whole life.
Basically, she's boring as hell.
Her life sucks.
Yes,
You think that's a cool life?
literally no. She's so lonely now. Like, she will not be with anyone else.
Your dad's out of the picture?
Yeah, like she divorced him. It's like, to be honest, their situation is kind of like Cardi B and Offset. So
Explain to me the Cardi B and Offset situation.
basically, Offset was caught like cheating on Cardi B with like multiple like people or whatever, and like
The dolls,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The doll, right? One of them bitches, the dolls.
Like Cuban dollar, cash
Yes,
dollar.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Cuban doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Bad guy? Get it how you live?
It's just kind of like he's cheated on her so many times from when they were engaged to when they were
They had
married.
the same agent too. It seems like it's kind of
Yeah,
You know,
everyone says that.
let's get together.
But like, it's kind of just like you married him and you knew he was like this, and then like I think it's so shitty that all these other
Do you
rappers,
think they were ever really like together?
they were definitely really together. They were married. They like lived together. They had 2 houses.
But
and
like,
a
you don't think they
baby.
were told to do that? Because have you heard like
Yeah.
I've never heard a Lil Xan song and I never fucking will. But I know he dated some fucking Miley Cyrus's,
Yeah, no
sister?
Cyrus.
and he straight up said like they made us date.
Yeah, because I didn't know who the fuck either of them were. Like I knew who Noah Cyrus was, but like I didn't know she like sings, and I didn't know what the fuck Little Xans does.
So basically, like he said they were told today, and he's like, yeah, that shit happens all the time. Like I'm not saying that they don't like fuck with each other, but I think it was just like pressured for them to do that. Like in reality, what is Cardi B? Why the fuck would you break up with him over that when you know who the fuck he is? You know what I mean? It's not like you think he's not doing that. Like, what? You actually think that? You married him thinking this would never happen?
I just thought it was so funny about like the girl who he cheated with was like, sorry, I didn't know how serious that marriage was.
Dude, I listen to Joe Budden's podcast. This is where I get all this from. And he said that too. That is so fucking funny to me. Like, that's the boldest. But also, I get exactly what she's saying. Because it's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Maybe it was this setup thing. And she's looking at it like, Cardi B has to know that he's out here fucking us. She has to know that happens. It turns out she didn't. Who do you think this benefits? Cardi? Quavo?
I mean, both of them, because they're both getting publicity from it. Like, that's the whole reason why it's happening.
Who's the better
probably.
artist?
I don't.
Well, does Cardi even write her own songs? Like,
This Quavo?
Got me there.
I have no idea. Honestly.
I don't know either.
I'm like
I
talking
mean-
out of I don't know anything right now.
I feel like
when
she
it
was-
comes to these people's music, like I couldn't tell you if they write it, if whatever.
Well, I wouldn't be like, oh, Cardi B, what a good musician. But like, her music is like fun to listen to sometimes, I guess. But it's not like, oh my God, like I love Cardi B. Like, let me pay like $300 to go see it. Like, no, I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
I guarantee you, she is very fun to be around and cool as shit. Guaranteed.
I love her veneered teeth just because they look so fake. Like they just bother me. I like to
What does
better
that mean? I don't know what that is.
veneers.
Is that fake?
Well,
Yeah.
veneers are essentially like, okay, so like,
Porcelain teeth.
you know how famous people have really perfect teeth?
Yeah.
So essentially what they do for veneers, they grind down your natural teeth to little nubs and they put these caps over them so they all look perfect and identical. And that's like what veneers are. So like,
I like that. I don't like it at all.
yeah, it's kind of weird, but like she used to have like really like crooked teeth and now she has veneers. So she has these really
Drunk? You drunk girl. Dinky. Daisy is drinking rosé from, what is it?
Angry Orchard.
Angry Orchard. Good pick. I didn't have any, but I'll drink some. Okay, so sorry.
What was I saying?
Cardi B's.
Yeah. Fucking Cardi B and
Offset.
Offset. No, I thought it was Quavo.
No.
Sorry.
You
Sorry,
uncultured
Quavo.
swine.
Damn it. What the fuck? Okay, Cardi B's veneers. We're back. We had to press pause and get to that.
Okay, so she had really crooked teeth before she like blew up and was famous. Like back in the day, like when she was like a stripper and she was like, a hoe never gets cold. Like she had crooked teeth then.
That's who says that?
Yeah, she's making vines.
The only reason I know that is because the girl I was just talking to, like, it's been cold out, you know? And I always be like, if you want like a jacket or something, like, I know we're going out to dinner, but just wear my fucking jacket, you know? And she'd be like, no, hoes don't get cold.
That's the reason she's famous. She used to make like little Instagram videos like back in the day. Like,
And
Wow.
fucking vines. That was back when there was Vine.
Adults, when I say it, like, you know, our parents and stuff, they don't understand that, like, this is a real life. Like, you can make it off the fucking internet.
I
Like,
mean, yeah, definitely. There's so many
1000%.
Insta baddies who like, actually, I had a class with this girl like last year and she is legitimately an Instagram baddie. Like she has almost 1 million followers. Like she travels around the world. Like she's sexy. Yes. She's from here. She's sexy as fuck. Like she is the Jacksonville Instagram baddie.
it's out there, you know? And that's just like,
Tell me after.
that's not even
Yeah.
content. You know what I mean? That is not even producing like that's just like being extremely attractive.
Yeah, and she's existing.
and like making yourself even more attractive because I'm sure she works out and does all this crazy shit to
Right.
be the Jacksonville baddie.
Wait,
But good for her though. Like
Exactly. It's not like she's not doing something.
the one who's a vegan.
I don't know if she's vegan or not, but I don't want her to think I'm like talking bad about her.
No, there's no wait. She's not listening to this.
You got me there.
That's the thing. Like people listen to this, but like probably not her. She's an Instagram. I mean, I don't know. Maybe
She's a baddie. She don't have time to listen to this.
Wait, is
only
the one that
baddies
used to
listen.
be
How
a-
dare
okay.
you? How dare you? How dare you?
Well, like
I've seen all of my listeners. They're all baddies.
I think
the
it's being
couch
very,
baddies.
very like vague though. Like the one that used to be an artist. Like, did I go to art school with her?
No. This one is even bigger than her. Like,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
she is the baddie to end all baddies.
And damn, I didn't go to school.
Why don't I know who this is?
I can show you her right now.
I feel like I do know who this is. Do I know?
Shows me.
She follows me too. I was so humbled and honored that she follows me and likes my pictures. 'Cause I'm
Isn't
like,
that crazy?
Yeah, like-
that's a real feeling.
I get like,
oh, shit.
I get like 300 likes at most, and she gets like 28,000 or something like that.
300's a lot. Good job.
I mean,
It is a lot.
it's
It's
never,
grinding.
it's never enough.
People don't understand. That's the thing. Like, people are like, oh, 1,000 plays. Like, I dare you to fucking create anything. This is what I tell people. Whatever you're best at, whatever the fuck it is, do it and put it on the internet. And I guarantee you 1,000 people don't watch that shit. I fucking guarantee you. I will bet anything that people will not watch. 1,000 different people will not watch whatever you are best at the first time you put it on the internet.
It's hard to get internet famous.
People don't get that. People think you just put it on the internet.
She comments on that.
Oh yeah, she commented on my most recent picture.
Damn.
Oh.
Hook me up with her. Put her in here.
Okay.
I want to get the Jacksonville baddie of all apparent Jacksonville baddies on the podcast and ask her, what is her workout regimen? What did she eat?
She's so fucking sexy.
Fucking flat tummy tees.
Let me see what her. How do I not know who this is?
Because I don't think she lives here anymore. Like, she just kind of visits. Like,
Wait.
She's got her tits out. How's that allowed? Damn. Oh, it's side boob. I get it now. Okay. I was going to say, Jesus, how's that allowed? Yeah, this girl's super hot, but like, I'm going to give it to her. She's hot, whatever. I just went back, my bad. I just feel like she's hot, but like
Please show me who this is.
600
that's me.
Not you, bitch.
627,000 followers hot. Like, I feel like fuck that girl, you know? I don't think she's that hot.
I think she's pretty sexy. Like,
I mean,
Oh, damn.
she is, but that's a lot of followers. That's what I mean. I don't understand. There's just little things like that.
I'd
Like,
let her peg me.
I feel like she's just with a big fucking strap on. Do you have a color preference in the strap on, like green,
The
light up,
confetti one.
I mean,
confetti?
Yes.
Whoa, how's that work?
I don't know. You can explain that.
I know, literally. Okay.
What if there was one that was like
There's-
a pinata and when you were done with it, you
No,
slapped it on the
it's-
table and candy busted out?
It's literally like this thing on Twitter. Like, this girl like posted a picture of her nails, and she was like, "My nail tech really did that," while she was holding a dildo, and it was
Hey.
clear with confetti like in it.
Hey, it's fun.
Yeah.
Like a lava lamp almost. Well, that'd be cool, right? Whatever. I don't know. I guess it gets heated up.
Oh my god, I was about to buy this same fucking skirt. Damn, I would not look as good as that.
She's not.
She's hot. Don't get me wrong, but my point is, like, I feel like there's girls that I follow that are hotter than her.
Right, that don't have as many followers. Yeah,
They
it's
don't
very
even have
weird.
1,000 followers or even 500.
It's very weird, like, who gets to be, like, internet famous and who doesn't. Like, what the criteria is. Like, it's so random. Like, there's really, like, it's just, like, luck.
Exactly. Like, it's exactly what it is. Like, there's definitely a way, and there's, like, algorithms, and you can put these words and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, yeah, but there's so many more people who...
God, look at it. I just
Yeah.
Let me see. What is it?
literally what?
Yeah, she's very hot.
No,
She's very
that's-
fucking hot.
How
She
could
has amazing set of boobies on her. Great boobies. They look like they're real. She's killing it in the ass department. This girl, if she didn't spend all of her time working out, would just still be pretty hot. For sure. She's blessed. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, there's so many hot girls out there that, like,
also deserve some Instagram fame.
Literally.
I guess, yeah, true. Or just,
I guess for some of them, though, like, it doesn't matter to them. Like, they don't care.
how does she make money? Just, like, wearing shit?
Yeah.
Like this bathing suit and...
I think she has, like, a Patreon or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I have that. That works.
A what?
Yeah.
Patreon. So, like, people essentially, like,
Yeah.
donate money to, like, whatever content you're producing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you make it to where if you donate $5, you can see this. If you donate $20, you can see this. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
There's a girl that might come on here that, like, I'm not gonna say her name obviously, but what she does, from what I've seen, and like, no offense if you're listening, but like, I'm not about to donate all this money to see pictures of you. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, she's pretty hot, don't get me wrong, but like, I'm not doing that. So she has, like, she's an artist. So like, if you donate $1, you can see her sketchbook. So every day she posts whatever she did in her sketchbook. If you donate $5, you can see the sketchbooks and like the next step where it gets put on canvas or whatever. And then if you donate like $10, then you can see the fine. This is per month. Daisy's freaking out over there. She loves it. She's just so weird. But you donate $10, then you get to see like the final creations of all these. And then if you donate $20, you get to see pictures of her naked, I'm pretty sure. It's like, what a crazy thing. But like, she makes $87 a month, which isn't a lot, but like, she just started doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, yeah, like, a lot of girls do make good money, like, having, like, private Snapchats and stuff like that. Like,
oh yeah, that's a new thing too.
there's definitely a market for that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I feel like,
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like, no one
like,
is,
I'm not paying for that.
there's not one person I'd be like, okay, I'm going to pay to see your content exclusively. But I know everyone's different, so I don't know.
I fucking hate when locals make their Snapchat subscriptions.
Who's your like what the fuck are you doing? But who's y'all's like celebrity crush? Like, who's the guy? Is it Leo? Is it
Jason Momoa.
Aquaman?
He could beat the fuck out of me.
Yes.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
Literally, I watched like the first like 2 seasons, I think. I stopped watching after he died.
True. Okay. Well,
No, actually, I stopped watching after. I have no idea what the family is called. Don't be offended, but like they put his head on a spike and they had his daughter come out and she saw it. That's when I stopped watching.
probably the Starks.
Yeah, them.
I got a Stark coffee cup right here. That scotch right there that I bought today is the Stark one. It's my favorite house in the show. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the Stark house the most, so yeah.
I'm sorry I'm not cool enough to know about Game of Thrones things.
What about you? That's fine. I'll let it slide. What about you? Are you cool enough?
I literally have never watched it.
What do you all watch? What's your style?
Fucking messy ass reality TV shows and like sitcoms.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Tell me about
You don't give a
Drag Race.
fuck. I like it.
Bro, oh my
You
God.
like The Big Bang Theory?
No, that's
Good
just
for
fucking
you.
weird.
Good for you. That shit's
No.
fucking ridiculous. Thank you.
But no, my favorite show is literally RuPaul's Drag Race.
It's a fucking great show. That's why it's fucking.
Yeah.
It's just it's beyond what it is. Every single person on that show is really good on camera. You know what I mean? Like they all kill that shit.
It's literally like America's Next Top Model, but like with better drama.
Because they're better at being on fucking TV.
Yeah.
Like it's the people that they have on there are really good at it, and that's the problem with like the reality shows that suck is the people on there aren't good at being on TV, and it sucks. But if you got people that fucking are good at it and are just like able to obviously be put in a situation where they have their little thing that they have to do, but like still able to make it real, that's all you gotta do, you know? Just like this podcast. This is essentially reality TV, just not all chopped up.
Not as dramatic.
Could be. I've gotten in arguments with people.
You have?
I didn't get into an argument with Broadway Louie, but like he was trying to tell me that like it's a more dangerous place now than it was before, like the world. And I was just explaining to him like statistics, and he was saying like basically that more black people were being shot by police now than ever and all this stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm not trying to like get in this like I feel you. I'm not trying to like fucking argue with you about race, but like that's not what's happening at all. Like all violent crimes are on a steep decline. Like, and I pulled up all the statistics and like it got heated, you know what I mean? Because like I wasn't trying to be like, oh, like I literally was reading the fucking statistics. It was like percentage of, first it showed the numbers of how many people had been shot, and it was like I'm making these numbers up. Like I should Google it, but I'm not going to because it's going to kill the momentum. But let's just say it's like white people killed by police 1,300, black people killed by police 700.
Well, maybe the reason why it seems like it's happening so frequently now is because of like media coverage. Like
1,000%.
that
That's
stuff
what I was.
Yeah, that stuff happened back then. It's just like no one really cared enough to like.
It was
cover
happening way more back then. Like, this is my point about the only problem I have with all this like political correctness thing and everything is like it's the exact same thinking is when white people were allowed to be racist and Jim Crow and everything. It's the same thing as saying that like a white male can't talk. That's the same fucking thing. Like, at the end of the day, I'm a white male, but like I guarantee you that I've looked into most things way more than anyone else. So my opinion is valid.
Melissa, what are your thoughts? Because obviously we're two white people going on about this.
But just to think that like my opinion isn't valid on anything is fucking ridiculous, because that's the same exact thinking is when white people were like, your black opinion is invalid. It's the exact same thing. There is no they don't stand to benefit from such a system. Like I know all the sayings, like that's not what it is. Boom.
I mean, I think there are some things that white people just don't understand, but it's something like cultural things. It's not like societal things. It's literally just cultural things.
I understand that. It's to say that because you are a white male, you cannot talk on a subject is the exact same thing as saying because you are a black person, you cannot talk on a subject. That existed. And if we continue going down this route, that's what's going to fucking happen. We're not going to be slaves and all that shit, but like everyone's opinion is the same. That's the whole point.
I mean, you can't speak from personal experience, obviously, because you'll never know.
I never say I am.
Right, yeah, but
that's
like,
my point.
Everyone has like their own opinion and something to say.
Yeah, but like there's like actual logic and like reality of going down a road. And if you go down a road where you eliminate anyone's right to say anything, you are going down the wrong road. Whether it's white males or black males or anybody, you can't fucking do that. The whole point is that we're supposed to be equal. Like, if I came here and if you guys came here and I treated this like I'm just this, whatever y'all want to do, I don't want to, whatever y'all want to talk, I don't want to do this. That's what is going to happen. It's already happening for these pussies who are afraid to fucking speak their mind because they don't want to get canceled and they want to lose their fucking shit. Like, the majority of people want everyone to be equal. The vast majority. And I'm not talking about the majority of white people. I'm talking about the majority of everybody. It's this small percentage of people who are this loud voice saying all these crazy things. It's just like when you all these Republican people are racist. Like, I know a shitload of Republican people who are not racist. It's these crazy ass ones who make the news, just like how you said about the media coverage. And all these Republican people who think like, oh, everybody, because I don't think at the end of the day people really hate white people. Like, I know people do, just the way same people hate black people, you know what I mean? But like, there's people on the right who think like all this crazy shit about us. Like, I am looked at by people on the right. Like, to you guys probably think because of what I'm saying, I'm conservative. People on the right look at me like I'm this like liberal cuck. Like, I've been called that, you know what I mean? And like, I'm fine with that, whatever, you're an idiot. But like, you know what I mean? Like, this idea that anyone isn't allowed to say anything unless it's like a fucking Nazi. Like, and at the same time, I'll have a Nazi on here and shit on him, like, if or her, whoever. Like, if you want to come on here and be a Nazi, I will shit on you because your ideas suck. It's not like they have good ideas. Like, my ideas are better, and they will shit on any Nazi, whether it's Richard Spencer or Hitler. Like, no one can come on here and make racism sound better than how I make equality sound.
Shit on them.
That's what I have a problem with, people who punch Nazis, because that Nazi goes home to his son and now his son is a dedicated Nazi for the rest of his life because his dad just got punched in the face.
Punch that Nazi and shit on him.
Yeah.
Shame him.
Dominatrix style. Very nice. Y'all are young and living life and having fun. I feel like I should be doing the same thing. Do you think that, I don't know, do you think there's like an age limit on fun? Like, what's too old to be out? 30?
Define out. Out doing what?
Let's say a club. We'll go through a list of things. A club.
I mean, I don't necessarily think 30 is too old to be doing it, but I just feel like at 30 you shouldn't be like trying to pick people up there. You should be like going there with your significant other or like the person you're talking to, whatever.
True, yeah.
'Cause like,
but it sucks going places like that with like someone you're talking to. Like, I don't understand that at all.
I mean,
I used to do it, but
to me though, I feel like if you have a good personality, it shouldn't matter. Like, if you enjoy like having fun like with them before you're like in a relationship like that, and like you see them as a cool person, like it shouldn't be a problem. Like,
I don't. I think that's my problem. I don't have fun doing that. I hate having fun. You know?
that's unfortunate.
Do we all agree?
I low-key
Like,
feel like I didn't do like enough fun shit when I was younger, so now like I don't know, there's a void
do it.
like
I'm
in
the
my
exact
life.
opposite. See? Why didn't you do enough fun stuff?
I don't know, because I was like so afraid of like breaking the rules and being caught.
Yeah, literally so afraid
Really?
of like getting in trouble with my
What would
parents.
happen if you got in trouble?
I mean, probably nothing, but
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
just
You get grounded.
Yeah.
Get your phone taken away.
but the consequences now are
Yes.
like so much more real than they were back then, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, 1,000%. Because it's like, it means so much to you to be able to just be and hang out with your friends, or be able to fucking use your phone, or just do anything. Like, think about like now, you could not ground me. You know what I mean? Like, you can't leave. Be like, all right, motherfucker, cool. Like, deal. You know? Like, it's just weird how everything changes.
But if you took 12-year-old me's phone away, game over.
Oh yeah, if you took my fucking, I wasn't even that big into video games. If you took away my video game thing, I'd be like, what the fuck, you know? Like, I want that. It's just, were you spoiled? I was.
I was an only child, so I was spoiled as fuck.
Only child, me too. Yes. Were you?
No, I'm literally the oldest.
Of how many?
All right, so basically for like most of my childhood, I was raised with my brother, with biological brother, was the same mom and dad.
How old is he?
So he's 16, so we're 4.5 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
But then like my dad got remarried, and so I have a whole bunch of half siblings, and I have 2 half brothers, and they're 4, and my half sister is 3, because my half brothers are twins.
Do you ever beat the 16-year-old up just to let him know, like, you're the fucking boss? He's
Literally,
a pussy boy.
we fight all the fucking time, like to the death. Like someone has to bleed.
Ooh. What's the worst thing you've ever done to him?
Okay, I don't tell too many people this, but basically, when I was younger, like in elementary school, well, this is the only time that we went to school together is like when I was like in the 4th grade and he was like in kindergarten or whatever. Like, people would compliment him about how pretty his eyelashes were, and I was so jealous because people never said anything about me. So
And
like,
you're like,
one
my
day,
eyelashes are better than his. What
no,
the fuck?
it's not. I know I didn't have it, but like I want people to tell me that
Is
I
that
was
what
pretty. So
Okay.
what I did was I cut his eyelashes like one time. Like,
How the hell did you do that safely? That is dangerous as hell.
Yeah, I know. I literally thought like, oh, let me just cut his eyelashes so they'll
he
stay up pretty
sleeping?
too. No, he was
I'm
awake. He was awake and he let me do it.
I don't know if I'm like Buzz. I'm like cringing at that. It freaks me out. He let you do it?
Yeah, he literally let me do it. Like, I told him I was
That's a
gonna
good
do
brother.
it. And then like,
What'd you say? I'm gonna fucking stab you in the eyes if you
No,
don't let me?
I was like, let me just cut your eyelashes so like we're both like I'll look pretty. He was like, okay, like he didn't really care. And so I told him to close his eyes. Like,
Did you
like,
glue
light
his
glow.
eyelashes under yours?
No,
I'm just
no,
kidding.
that's fucking weird. But
I'm
no,
just kidding.
I was literally just like, okay, close your eyes like a little bit so it's like easy to cut. And so it was going fine. And like one eye was perfect, but then the other one, he's like, when I was doing it, he like went like this, so then I actually cut his skin. So
Jesus Christ! You bet your mom was pissed.
yeah, literally, they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck? So we're only children. A big thing in the porn community is brother sister porn,
Or
right?
incest porn, like with
Right, just
dad.
incest porn in general, just incest porn. Let's just not even brother sister, just incest porn.
I mean, who doesn't have a daddy kink in 2018?
I guess I don't. I don't know. Like,
I mean, not you. I'm
had
just talking about.
but like beyond that, I feel like the brother and sister thing is more specific because we're only children. Like, is that weird to you? Or like 2 brothers, 2 sisters? Like, is that weird?
I mean, yeah, like personally, I don't watch brother sister porn, but
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But it's everywhere, and I'm wondering who is watching this. You know what I mean?
I mean, people usually aren't open about their super specific kinks, so you never know. It could be your next door neighbor, could be one of your roommates.
Speaking of like
Probably my
specific
roommates.
kinks, literally, I'm meeting so many guys who like have butt fetishes, as in like they want,
It's the new thing.
but they want it to happen to them. Like they want
Oh.
their ass ate. They
I didn't
want
know
their
about
ass
that.
plated.
I thought
Yes.
it was the other way around.
No.
Okay. To me, I feel like maybe you're just a little bit bisexual and you're just feeling your way into like eventually, or that's just no.
I have no interest in messing with the guy's ass, and whenever he asks me to do that, like instant turn off. Like, don't talk to me anymore.
That's what I'm saying. But okay, it's different for you though. Like I look at it as
It's definitely
not that like I'm never talking to you again. I look at it like, oh, if this dude is into getting his butt fucked around with, maybe he's probably bi.
See, like for
Like,
me, like being
you know?
trans, like it just like makes me feel like invalidated, like as a woman, like, oh, you're attracted to me, but like you want me to like mess with your butt, like, no, like I'm not doing that. Like, go like. I don't know.
But there's like there's dudes that like when girls do that to them.
Yeah, no. You're right. You're
So
right.
like it validates in a way.
To me,
It depends on what his style is, I guess.
It just really just makes me feel like not feminine because like I like feeling like a woman. Like I like a dominant man. So like
Yeah,
I
that is
don't
so
like,
dominating to
yeah,
like I don't even know.
I just don't
so
like
funny.
that. Like
So what are they asking you? This is so funny. Oh my god, I
to
love
eat
it.
their ass. Like
So what do they like? How do they say it? Like how long into like y'all texting or whatever is it? Like, can you eat my ass? Is this a Tinder question or is this a texting question?
100% like a Tinder texting question.
Wow,
So like
that's a bold Tinder move. Wow.
I'm glad to know I'm not the only one though. Like I thought it was just like me.
no, it happens
Eat
to
your
straight women
ass.
a lot.
That's
yes.
crazy, hilarious.
Yeah,
to me.
like
I get that, but you're saying wait. We're on different pages. Are we talking about you eating their ass?
yes, that's what they're asking.
Okay, perfect. Those dudes are at least bisexual, right?
I've
never
know.
even-
They
Is it that I've never considered it? Like, what the fuck? Like,
this literally like I've never had it happen to me, but I saw it like literally every time I saw it in
That's
porn. Yeah.
I saw porn. That's the porn changing the world. One of my friends, been a virgin his whole life. Still is one. 27 years old. Right? Crazy. He's been watching porn forever, you know? Same as me since dial up, you know? We were waiting for them images to load. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, he fucking has issues now when he finally... Times come, there's been girls who are down. He's used to porn. It's a real thing, you know? It's ruining the world. Imagine what robots are going to do.
I'm ready for Bring on the Robots.
You want a robot.
My ass is ready.
What would your robot look like?
Not white.
I mean, I don't want to be
You know,
like.
you
I
like
mean, I
black
do.
guys
It just
specifically?
depends. No, shut up.
I mean, that's you are gonna have to make this robot. You can get multiple robots, but you're gonna make the first one. And what are you making the first one?
I mean, I appreciate cute boys of all races, but like, I especially like
but that-
Asian guys.
It blows my mind that anybody would be like, I wouldn't do anything with that race, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's
that's
stupid.
crazy as fuck.
Like, if someone's
Like-
attractive, they're attractive. Like,
Literally.
Exactly. Yeah.
but probably like I like Asian guys, so maybe Asian.
That's so funny. What? Where did that start?
Drag her.
I
Your
mean,
stepdad's Asian? No, I'm just kidding.
no. Is
That's
that
a
probably?
horrible joke. I'm sorry.
It's literally gonna sound so like stereotypical and like cringy. Like, I used to watch K-dramas in middle school, and that's where it started. It just all went downhill from there.
And the fucking animes.
Okay. So have you ever been into any sort of like quote unquote guy shit? Like what's the most like guy shit you do? You like watching NASCAR?
The most guy shit I've ever done.
You ever play baseball?
No, literally when my parents used to force me to play sports, I was such a little shit. Like, I'd be so bad, they'd have to put me on the bench and I'd sleep on the bench.
I wish
Like,
I knew you when we were like kids, because I just would have been on the baseball team like hanging out with you the whole time. I've been like, I get it. Like I love sports, but like that kid, there was always a kid who played right field. You know what I mean? Who, unless you're playing all stars or whatever, like that kid sucks. You know? So like, he didn't want to be there. Had no interest. His parents made him.
right.
And baseball was like my shit. So I'd always just be like, dude, like, I'm sorry. You like, I get it. You don't want to fucking be out here and your parents are
That
making
was
you,
me. It
you
was
know?
very obvious. I did
Yeah.
not want to be there.
Yeah.
But then
how long did you last? T-ball?
literally, my parents made me play sports from like pre-K4, like all the way up until like 8th grade.
Jesus.
And I was fucking horrible. I would purposely do bad in the hopes that they wouldn't make me
What
do
sports?
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't know that about you.
it. Soccer, and then I did karate in middle school.
You did karate?
Yes, I remember the fucking karate.
What belt did you get up to?
I only got to a fucking yellow belt, and I did it for
I don't
like.
even know if that's bad or good.
It's
Yellow
only
belt?
like the second one, but
all
I did
good.
it for
2
like
steps up the
4
ladder.
years, so there's no reason why.
Oh wow. So yeah, you really weren't trying. You never thought your like little thing was cool, your gi that you put on? That was never cool.
I mean, I felt pretty cool when I had it. I'm not gonna lie.
When was the first time that you personally yourself knew that? I guess you just always have. But did you ever have this moment where you're like, your first I'm gonna transition moment where you're like, I need to transition?
For me, it was like watching girls on the internet who transition. I was like, wow, like they're so lucky. Like I wish I could do
That's
that
what's so
one
cool
day.
about the internet.
Yeah, like if it wasn't for, if blah, 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 blah. If it wasn't if it wasn't for the internet, like I don't know if I like ever would have like transitioned as soon as I did, because it's like I didn't even know it was a thing until I saw people doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so actually, I did know the first. So this is, I can't believe I never even thought about this till right now. So this kid, I lived in a cul-de-sac, and there was this kid, Kyle, who moved in, and excuse me, Kyle had a brother who was like, probably like your age, and we were like fucking 7, 8 years old, you know, and Kyle was like the new kid in the neighborhood. All of us had been born into this neighborhood, you know. So Kyle moves in, and we're like hanging out with him. He has a trampoline. None of us had a trampoline, so we're going to his house all the time. We're all fucking hanging out with him. And I remember his brother came home, but it was like as if you had showed up, but he said like, this is my brother, you know what I mean? So we were all like, what? You know, like, it's your brother, you know? He's like, oh yeah, it's my brother. And we honestly, like, he didn't like come up to us. Like, he was like, we were on the trampoline and he was like in the doorway, you know what I mean? He just like said hi. So I was just like, oh, maybe he just has like long hair or whatever. So I remember my parents, I heard them talking and saying that he was like, oh, Kyle has a brother who's like going through like transitioning and stuff, you know what I mean? And I never like really understood what that meant at all, you know what I mean? And then I went over there one day and he was like really little, like, and this was like, he looked totally like a skater punk, like Avril Lavigne type shit as a callback. Like, and he had like this blonde ass hair, and we just like, well, I guess she had this like blonde ass hair, but it was weird because this is like 90 whatever. I say he because that's how like the reference, it was weird. Like, he was committed to being a girl, but he was like saying he was Kyle's brother.
Right. So like the family like didn't like accept her.
It was weird. Yeah. Like, and I don't even know if it was that. I honestly think
they just didn't like care what they were called.
I think that they had moved. This is me getting super deep with this. I've never fucking thought about it, but they had moved from like, I know it was a big city. It might have been like New York or something. I don't know. It was a bigger city.
Right.
They had moved. So I think it was something that they knew would be okay where they were from. And when they moved here, this is a new place. This is the South. People around here, they're like, they live next to these people who were like straight up fucking rednecks, like rednecks. And like, it just, I mean, we had black kids in the neighborhood, honestly, too. So it wasn't like it was all white people at all. Right. But like, they probably didn't know how to take it. You know what I mean? Right. So it was just like, this is my brother, whatever.
Yeah. Like,
it was just totally, that was like my first like experience around anybody.
See, I feel like when that happens, like nowadays, it's kind of like, it's different from like going, like, it's called stealth. Like, stealth is essentially like, no, like when you go.
I love all these words because like, I love the depth of it. You know what I mean? Like, there's all, no matter what it is,
it all means something.
Golf, everything. There's all, it goes so deep. I love it.
Yeah. So stealth is essentially like, basically when like no one knows that you're trans. So like you're living full time as like the gender you identify as, but like no one knows that. Like,
is that your goal?
At some point, like, I don't know, like, 'cause
you could do this if like, I don't know if this like took, like, I don't understand how this works, but like, you could do this for sure now. Like,
really?
If you didn't, I'm dead serious. Now, obviously, you haven't had the full surgery, all that bullshit. So like, you're gonna eventually, when you're with somebody, it's gonna have to come up.
Right? Yeah. If I'm getting intimate, like, they're gonna know.
But at Publix and fucking like signing papers and shit, like, you could easily right now like do a identity change or something. Like, I would no one would doubt that.
I mean,
if you went to like a fucking if you put female and you said you wanted to change your name to whatever,
some people just know though, like, they like, I don't know what it is, but like they can.
I felt like I would be good, and I
But what I was going to say was, what was it? About going stealth. Like, I feel like back in the 90s, that was possible because there was like no social media or anything. But like now it's not really possible to be fully stealth. Like, yes, you can be like stealth in certain situations. Like at school, no one knows that I'm trans, or like no one knows at work or something. But like because of like social media and like public records and like all, like no one, like it's impossible for like no one to ever know for the rest of your life, like it was like back in the day. Like, because there is no like really like after you get your name legally changed and all that, like there's no proof that you were that person anymore. But now like with the internet and all that, like there is. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, 1000%.
So
Do
it's
you ever like boy it up? Is that a
no,
term?
like I've been living
Butch.
Yeah, no, I've been living as a
Butch? I like that. Okay. You ever butch it?
no, like I live my life as a woman.
Is that your real hair? How long does that take to grow?
Everyone always asks me if this is my real hair.
She loves talking about this.
It has to be.
No, it's my real hair. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long is that taking?
The last time I got a haircut was April 2017, and it was like your length.
What?
Yeah.
Is it the hormones?
I just have like fucking super mutant like.
But like even before she was on hormones, like she would grow her hair out long, like when she was like technically a boy.
Yeah, like I was such a little tranny when I was growing up. I would like.
When is the whole guy or girl, like, when are you telling people you're a girl? What age?
Like when I started transitioning at 19, but like I feel like there were like what?
Well, you told me way before that.
Right, yeah, like in high school, like I knew that I wanted to transition, but like I was like too afraid to, if that makes sense.
What's your real name?
I'm not gonna say.
Fuck
you.
What does it start
Literally,
with?
Fuck that. No, because it's like you will guess it because there's not too many like boy names that start with this letter.
Z? Zohan? No, I'm just kidding.
So yes.
I just hate it when people ask me that. Like it just makes me really uncomfortable, honestly.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so, but when, like, so you said you're 19 when you started that, and you're
Right.
20 right now.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for the full finish thing? Is it like a 3-4 year thing?
Well, I mean, everyone's different. Like
'Cause
hormones.
there's recovering from surgery and shit, you know? Like,
Yeah,
that's gotta
like-
be.
Yeah. Hormones, that's like you usually see the full effects within like a couple years, because it is essentially a second puberty. Like
Yeah.
you are inducing a second puberty on your body, and obviously like when everyone else goes through puberty, it doesn't happen overnight. Like it happens over the span of many years. So there is no like set
Exactly.
timeline for hormones.
And
like,
it works in like weird stages. Like I got tall like random. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It was just happened.
right.
Like, so how do they know?
And also, like, it takes a long time for, like, well, it doesn't necessarily always take a long time for surgeries, but it depends on money. Like, some people have enough money to get, like, all their surgeries done, like,
That's
at one
true.
time.
Yeah. That'd be such a fucking gnarly thing to put your body through, though, all at once.
I mean, yeah,
I think the way you're doing it's really smart. Seriously.
I mean,
I'm
I guess
sure you wish you could, but on like your overall life, how you're saying like we don't know and all that stuff, like I feel like doing it to where you can have a surgery, recover, have a surgery, recover, instead of this. I mean, surgery fucks your body up.
I'm low-key doing 2-in-1 though. Like if I get my face done, I'm doing my boobs too, to kind of like
Your face.
yeah,
What would you do?
like my nose and my jaw and my chin.
I don't know. I guess you see, you obviously like have worked on this. I get it, and like you see things that I don't, and like I get it.
Right.
But I don't know. It's probably a waste of money. Like if I'm telling you, you could do this now. So if you had fucking boobs, like what? No one would know, dude.
she'd be unstoppable.
There's no way no one would know. I'm serious. Like you could stealth it now, but I don't know.
Dinks.
Why not? Just stealth it.
I mean, yeah, like it's obviously like I don't know, like I don't want to like get deep or whatever, but like with dating, it's just like really hard because it's like
Yeah.
they can say they're cool with it, but like deep down they're really not cool with it. Like no one's gonna be 100% cool with it. Like the only
What does that mean? What does that mean to you to be cool with it?
like willing to like actually be publicly seen with you and like to introduce you to their friends and to their family.
Do you know who Cassandra Cass is?
No.
Not to be like she's. I figured you wouldn't, but she's. I'm pretty sure she's fully transitioned. I'll show you her after this. But
she live here?
No.
Oh.
She lives in LA and she's on this show Kill Tony. That's like one of my favorite podcasts. And what were we just talking about? Oh, the guy thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she always says. Like she gets with these dudes and will be with them, and like at the end of the day, Like, she's literally talked exactly about that. Like, all she wants is somebody who's actually cool with it.
Right.
To, like, a full level, as if it was, like,
And
him dating any other fucking
and
girl
that's
or whatever.
almost why at some point I do want to go stealth, just because it's like I want to be loved like anyone else, and like I know like with that label hanging over my head, it's just never gonna happen.
Okay, so how about this? This is fucking... We'll get you out of here. It's 11:20. All right, so you are stealth now. It's like we're talking 5 years later now. It's 2023.
Okay.
Donald Trump, unfortunately, is still president. I hate to tell you that. I go to people's houses every day. The people that reluctantly voted for him are like invigorated now. I promise. Remember this. I promise he will win again. I hate him I don't like him at all. This isn't me in my opinion. I'm just telling you. So it's 2023. Donald Trump's still our president, unfortunately. You meet some dude, you're stealth,
Right.
you know, and he thinks, you know, you're with him and everything.
He doesn't know the tea.
You never tell him,
I mean,
like, to be with somebody that you want to stay with for life.
Right.
I understand, you know, you just meet
A
this person,
hookup,
whatever. Yeah.
I mean, at some point, obviously, it would have to come out, but like initially,
Would it?
I mean,
There's like
I don't know, honestly. I
There's
don't
like
know.
this YouTuber that like I've seen her video, like she was transgender, and like she literally tells a story time about her ex-husband and how like he literally thought she was a biological woman, like she never told
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
But like they were trying to have children and they obviously couldn't because
Yeah.
she was
Honestly, you don't think we're gonna live till time that like you transition and you can't have a baby? Let's be real.
I mean, maybe, but like,
Would you even want to do that?
I don't know.
You're like, I want to be a girl, but not that bad. Fuck that.
No,
I'm
I
just
do. I
kidding. I'm
definitely
just
have
kidding.
like, I definitely do have like a motherly instinct. Like I want to like love something and nurture it, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I do
I
feel
have that too. I feel like I want to have a kid so fucking bad, but not right now.
it's different though. It's a little bit different.
I guess, yeah. I don't want to be there all the time. It's honest.
But
like carrying a child's different though.
yeah,
1000%. It's not even close.
in an almost way, like I get kind of insecure about it because it's like, even if I do meet someone, they fully accept me. Like I can never like bear their children. So it's like,
That's what adoption's for.
that's true. And I guess there are like biological women who have that issue too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, fucking Isabel's dad, remember? But they got a sperm donor.
True.
Hey, why not? Would
Bruh, this girl. Oh, well, never mind. I'll be too specific. Like, if I were to say what I was gonna say, it would literally like narrow it down. Like,
yeah,
oh,
I
that's
hate
that.
that. I hate that too. It's always like I want to say something. Okay, so like it's kind of weird in a way for like you to be dating or whatever, because if you plan on going stealth, then you're gonna be looking for straight guys.
Right.
But now
I'm
you're
looking for straight guys now.
But you're looking. Yeah, but like that's what I mean. Like,
I mean, I guess what you're
an
saying is
actual, like, I'm not saying that these guys don't think they're straight, but like to actually know and do that, is that not, what is that, gay?
no, not at all.
What is, okay, explain that to me.
Okay, because like gay men are attracted to other men who possess masculine traits. Someone who is transitioning to female or is already transitioned obviously has female secondary sex characteristics. So it's like someone who is attracted to someone who acts like a woman, who talks like a woman, who looks like a woman is not gay. Period.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't think that you would, that's not what I'm saying. But to do that, wouldn't that be, how is that not gay on the person if it hasn't been transitioned yet?
I mean, I think you're just being a little too technical about it. Like, it's like, if you like someone, then like, why does it matter? Like, even like, okay, like technically.
I mean, I don't think about it. Like, I'm just saying, like,
yeah, like,
that the type of person that's gonna, I honestly think that anyone's gonna do that probably would also at this, I don't know, actually, I'm probably wrong. Yeah, because see, yeah, you are like I said, no one would, like, you don't look like a guy at all, so I get it, but I'm just saying, like, at the actual moment,
I mean, there's
like,
some people who
I don't fuck girls in the ass ever. So you know what I mean?
You don't like anal?
It's not that I don't, but it just never like happens. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be something that would, like, I wouldn't fuck the girl I was just talking to. I never fucked her in the ass. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
it's
I don't
not
know.
like
But
I get what you're saying. Honestly, I
but
get it.
Sometimes you meet someone, it's kind of like, I don't know, like
I guess I've never thought about it. You know what I mean? I get it. Whatever.
broaden your mind.
Yeah, whatever. You see, I get it.
But what I was gonna say was like, as far as like going stealth goes, like they definitely like treat you different, like when you disclose it ahead of time, like as opposed to like them getting to know you first and then you saying it. But like, I usually just like disclose it ahead of time because it's like I'm not gonna waste time on someone who's like not gonna be okay with it.
Have you ever been with some dude? So you just said you always say it.
Right.
Okay, well, never mind. But
I've never had one of those stories where it's like, oh, I tricked him or something like that.
no, not that. Where you're with a dude and y'all are hanging out and he says something like extremely offensive or whatever. Like, has that ever happened?
Oh yeah, all the time.
But I mean, under the assumption that you are a born girl or whatever,
Biological woman or
exactly,
whatever.
biological girl. Yeah.
No, but like that would be such a confidence boost if that did happen.
See, okay, so I didn't even think about this. So, and it sucks because it is getting late, but I understand, like, you are a girl. Like, there's no doubt about it. You know what I mean? Like, you were born to eventually transition, basically. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, but what do you think about the whole, like, guy, girl in terms of biology only? Like, how there's this idea that
Like,
there is no male or female
the gender thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, I know, like, I was born biologically male. Like, I'm not trying to deny that. But, like,
Yeah.
I just feel like things are more complicated than being like, oh, it's so black and white. Like, there's only men and women and there's nothing in between. Like, I don't know if
exactly.
I don't know if I believe in, like, 100 different genders or, like, anything like that. But, like, obviously, like, everyone feels, like, a certain way. And, like, it can be, like, on a spectrum. So, like, you could be born male but like not feel like masculine, if that makes sense. So like I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but like I just feel like people try to police it too much. Like, does it really matter? Like, why does it matter so much?
See, that's my whole thing with all of, like, getting back to, like, I can't say anything. Like, the whole point is that, like, everyone's, like, on the same level. So why are we treating who you are with such, like, weight? Like, who you are, like, when someone looks at you, shouldn't be, like, what determines what you can and can't say.
Yeah.
So, like, why is that the biggest fucking thing going on right now? Where you can't say shit based on who you are, or you can say shit. Like, right now, I could talk so much shit about Christianity. I do it all the time. The moment that I say anything against Islam, I'm going to get bad shit said about me. It's not like I'm for either. I think both of them, whatever, you want to follow that, do whatever you want. Not for me. I chose not to. You know what I mean? On any religion. Not my idea. But, like, all this stuff matters way too much. Like, who you are matters too fucking much in a world where it's not supposed to matter at all. Are we going to fix that? Like, is our generation going to fix that? Or is it never going to get fixed? That's what we're ending on.
I mean, I think it's just going to kind of get, like, maybe worse over time. Like,
But it's getting better.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't really know.
Like, you have the ability to actually become what you want to. You know what I mean? Like, that's a better world. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And you're, not that you're allowed to. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but you know what I mean? Like,
I definitely feel very lucky to live in the time that I do.
that's what I'm saying. It's getting better. You know what I mean? And, like, there was a time where black and white people can't be in the same room. All this fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, we're in a really good place. Like, just this in general.
Right.
The fact that, like, you can just do a podcast with anyone in the fucking world and put that conversation out there for people to hear.
But people are also, like, never going to be satisfied with where things are. Like, yes, it may be good now, but it could be better. It's like,
It can 1,000% be better. And that's my biggest problem when people are like, you don't like this country? get out. You get out of here. You fucking get out. And it's like, dude, I love this place, but like it could be way better. You know
exactly.
what I mean? It's
like just because you criticize something doesn't mean that you hate it or that it's wrong. Like you're just being critical and like wanting something more for it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We did it. It's getting late. You guys did awesome. Thank you so much. And okay, how about that? Like clearly I don't mean you guys, but is that offensive? Like, do I need to cut that out of my fucking vernacular?
You better not, you fucking bitch.
Okay. All right.
No,
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
I get it. Okay. Do you have any last words for these losers?
Should I promote my Instagram?
I think you should, honestly.
Should I spell it out for them?
I'll put it in the thing, but yeah.
Okay, so it's GWEN _CADOGAN.
Oh my god.
Gwen Kadong.
Try again.
Spell it again.
CADOGAN.
Gwen Cadogan.
Close. Yeah, it's close.
Cadogan.
Cadigan.
Okay, wait, what?
Cadigan.
Why do I keep starting with a D? Wait, did I? Cadogan? Is that what I said? The first
That's
time?
apparently that's like the proper
All right, let's just
pronunciation.
spell it again.
C.
No, the whole thing.
Okay.
At GWENCADOGO.
You're probably gonna have to edit this shit.
No, we're good. It's gonna be
shit
in
out.
the thing. Like I'm gonna put it in the shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So GWEN
Okay. Okay.
_. C.
Oh, you lost me. There's an underscore? Okay, so GWEN _
CADOGAN.
Okay. All right.
You can edit that part out. I feel
No,
like
no, it's good. Honestly,
no, it's too confusing.
we are 2 hours and 25 minutes in. The people who are still listening are
Troopers.
it blows my mind. Like these are good. You know what I mean? Like this is exactly what I'm trying to do. Have good conversations. This doesn't. Where do you hear this? Like what? All the things we talked about tonight. I have no idea what they are. Couldn't tell you. But I know you did not hear them talked about anywhere fucking else in the world other than either on like a YouTube video or what. You know what I mean? Like this doesn't exist anywhere else. I'm very proud of what's going on here in terms of like not this, like that I can just do this and have these conversations with fucking anybody in the world. Like this is fun. Everyone should have a podcast.
Deep.
Yeah.
Melissa, do you want people to follow you?
I mean, if they would like to follow me, it's Lissa Liss _ so LISSA LISS _
Boom. With the underscores.
Yeah.
Mine was a little bit too complicated.
No, I was just fucking with you. All right. Well, that was so fun. Thank you. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. Ending words of wisdom. I'll be right back for the outro. I love you.
This place is like somebody's memory of a town, and the memory's fading. It's like there was never anything here but jungle.
Ending words of wisdom. True Detective Season 1, baby.
Stop saying shit like that. It's unprofessional.
Oh, is that what I'm going for here?
Just want you to stop saying odd shit, like you smell a psychosphere or you're in someone's faded memory of a town. Just stop.
Given how long it's taken for me to reconcile my nature, I can't figure I'd forgo it on your account, Marty.
Goddamn. Play that one back. So fucking good. I mean, True Detective Season 1 is some of the best television in history. HBO is just so fucking on point. God damn, let's hit that Bluff God beat.
You get any sleep last night?
I don't sleep. I just dream.
I don't sleep, I just dream, baby. That is right. Episode number 289 is coming to a close, and I could not have asked for more. Thank you so much, Gwen, for being so open and honest and being such a great guest. And thank you very much, Melissa, for doing the exact same as well. Y'all killed it. Episode number 289 was a great success. The Bluff God beat at the beginning was, as always, amazing. And this outro beat that we listen to every time to end things just comes into every ending words of wisdom so good. I mean, I am just so happy with this product that Couch Talk has become. The content that we are creating is exactly what I've been envisioning since day one, and I really appreciate everybody who is stuck by my side. I appreciate all you NLs, all you new listeners. I love all you OLs, and I really love all the supporters of the show. Thank you so much. Please go to patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk if you would like to help out, support the show in any way, whether it's $1 a month, $5, however you want to do it. I got donation plans on there for you motherfuckers, baby. But goddamn, how much fun was that? Thank you so much for listening. Expect more out of Couch Talk. We are still on fire. There are more Tinder files to come. There are more great conversations. I would love to have Gwen back on at any time, and whenever Melissa's back in town as well, I'd love to have both of them on. I'm loving it right now. Couch Talk is doing so well. Everything's going good. Christmas is approaching soon. We're going to be doing a Christmas episode. Everything's just going great here. Love everybody. I really appreciate you. Go to Instagram, follow me. It is at CJ Couch Talk. If you have any questions, comments, insults, or would like to be a guest, the email is cjcouchtalk@gmail.com. Watch this on YouTube if you want. This wasn't on YouTube video-wise. I still am putting the episode up there for the YouTubers, but thank you very much for listening. I'm going to let this beat ride out for a little bit, maybe 10 seconds. I love you very much. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. You know what? Actually, this beat's so goddamn good, and we've been using it for so long. I love it so much. I'm going to let it loop back around, and we're going to let it keep playing. So do whatever you want to do. If you want to freestyle. If you want to just enjoy a great beat, shout out Bluff God. Go follow him. Listen to his podcast, Producer Clout. I love you.